to be the person that reported this crime. All right, was there anything weird about the guys who did this? Yeah, there was a lot. Oh no, is this another set of twins? No. Those poor girls. They're probably acting in this TikTok, but I think the idea of them being so genuinely mortified about what's going on in front of them, is actually very realistic. I wonder who these girls are. How did they get them in on this? It's actually kind of weird because they're not tagged in the video. So I'm kind of worried that they're just like regular twins, like civilian twins, not influencers at all. How did they get roped into this? Hey, we noticed you guys are twins. So are we. We have like 2 million followers on TikTok. Do you guys want to be in a video with us? Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That sounds fun. What kind of videos do you guys make? Oh, just pretty standard TikTok stuff. We do like dancing, pranks, silly comedy skits, challenges, making out with each other. We want to make out with each other so bad, but we never get to. We're two horny twins that just want to kiss, but we can't. Two poor twins go back to their job the next day and their coworker's like, hey, are you guys okay? You're both acting really weird today. Did something happen? I guess it just goes to show that you never really know what someone's going through. It could be this. Do you think that the guy twins are kind of like looking at the girl twins wondering like, what are they doing? Why aren't they making out? Do these girls not know that this is what twins do when your other twin is tied up and he's got no choice? You put his arms around you and you breathe him. You breathe the poor guy. One thing that I think is really funny about these guys is that on their Instagram, they have a business email in their bio. What company would ever want to sponsor two incestuous twins? What kind of business inquiries do they think they're gonna get? I just imagine these guys going to their manager and being like, hey, do we have any new brand opportunities? And he's like, yeah, actually, we've got 7,000 emails from people offering to pay you to stop posting forever. Oh, that's kind of weird. So that many like individual people want. No, it's companies. They're literal companies that want to pay you to stop posting. Big ones too. McDonald's, Coca-Cola. They're willing to put a lot of money into getting you guys to stop. I actually went through their profile a bit and I did find one post that I think is sponsored. It doesn't say hashtag ad, but it says products used in this video, and it's tagging this company at 7 days. And it's an ad for a makeup company. Kind of an odd collab. I don't really know how that fits the theme of the account. I guess it could be for people who are in a relationship with someone that doesn't look exactly like them. And so maybe you can use this makeup to make them look more like you or something. I'm not really sure. So not every one of these guys' TikToks is about them wanting to kiss each other or like rub up on each other. They do have a couple of like normal TikTok content, which I feel like given all the other stuff is even weirder. Like you can't just post a normal TikTok and act like all of that stuff it didn't also happen. You'd think that being an incestuous twin would be enough for the TikTok algorithm, but I guess not. Even these guys have to, you know, branch out and diversify. I guess it goes to show how hard being a creator really is. They've got this prank video where one of the twins puts on like a scissor headband and then rubs fake blood all over him. And his twin brother comes in and they both faint. My favorite part about this TikTok is that when they both fall over, you can see a mirror in the background and there's just like a guy sitting in a chair helping film, I guess. I'd like to imagine that that guy sitting in the camera is actually their third twin, or their triplet, I guess. He's their brother also, but he never gets to be in them. He's like in charge of setting up the camera and everything. And every time he sets up the camera for a video, he's like, hey guys, I had an idea for a video. What if this time you guys want to make out with me? And the other two brothers are like, ugh, gross, dude, that's disgusting. You're our brother. They've got another TikTok where this dude does the exact same prank again, but with this like eyeball sticking out of the head device, which is absolutely grotesque, I must add. And it's interesting because this time just one of the twins faints. I guess the pranker is getting a little bit used to it, but I got a feel for the twin being pranked. I mean, this would be a lot to walk in on. Walking in and seeing your brother, like literally with his eyeball hanging out, yeah, I would faint too. I would be horrified. I really feel for this guy. Plus, that's not just his brother, you know? That's his husband. Honestly, I haven't watched all their TikToks. There could be some other weird twist like this is also his dad or some shit. I'm hesitant to try to box them into any kind of like nuclear family that we would all be used to. I don't know what's going on with them at all. They've also got dance videos, which get pretty spicy. I like to imagine someone scrolling down their profile being like absolutely disgusted by most of their TikToks and being like, oh, thank God, finally a normal TikTok. Oh, fuck, dude. There's a comment on this one that says sus, but I'm starting to accept it. Is this how quickly as a society we become desensitized to things now? What changed? What made you start to accept it? I'm so confused. I feel like something must have happened to this person in their own personal life outside of watching these TikToks that made them accept it. Like maybe their brother got really hot all of a sudden and they were like, whoa, maybe I spoke too soon. These TikToks are kind of on point. Okay, wait, hold on. So now this is confusing. I've started to see comments that are really throwing a wrench in my understanding of this situation. This comment says, are you guys dating or brothers? And this person responded saying, actually at first they were saying, but did not know they were related until the DNA test showed up. Oh, they meant dating. Actually at first they were dating, but did not know they were related until the DNA test showed up. So this person is saying somehow these two guys fell in love without knowing that they were twin brothers. These guys are like, whoa, that's crazy. I mean, we knew we looked exactly alike and we were both coincidentally adopted from the same orphanage, but how was I supposed to know I'm related to the guy? Okay, now I'm seeing comments that are saying that they might not actually be brothers. My guess is they aren't really brothers. They look alike, but they had cosmetic surgery to look more similar and they're just acting like brothers. Okay, I'm sorry, that seems so unfeasible to me. Spending thousands of dollars to look like somebody else, to get 70,000 likes on TikTok and have everyone think that you're in love with your brother? Okay, this person said they are brothers, and then someone commented under that, if you look closely, they don't look anything alike. I think they just seem like it for clout. Maybe. And then someone else said, yeah, I've stalked them for the past 15 minutes, and honestly, they look alike, but not really like brothers. What? Are these guys not twins? Hold on, no. I've spent the past like 3 days watching these guys' videos. Are they not twins? Do they just look like twins because they wear the same clothes all the time? All right, I've been doing some investigation into the topic. Here's my presentation. Alisov brothers. Twins or just guys? Are these two genetically identical humans? Are these just two guys having fun, having a good time? In this investigation, I wanted to take a closer look at the two guys to see if they really look as similar as I thought they did. One of the tricky things about doing this is they never like have both of their faces right next to each other for comparison, like both looking dead on into the camera, both at the same distance. Kind of suspicious, no? Really makes you wonder. No. All right, let's start with the similarities. The similarities I think are pretty obvious. Take a look at this. In some pictures, their faces are virtually indistinguishable. Look at the noses. This is the same nose. The shape of the nostril, the curvature, that little swoop that makes it look like just like a ski slope. That if you were a little skier, you'd probably just ski right off, whoop, and then land in the twin brothers' mouth because they'd sort of be right next to each other like that. They've got the same eye color. Look at the ears too. I mean, that's like having the same nose and the same ears. What is that? What are the odds of that? I'm not a geneticist. I don't know how much ears vary from person to person, but like, look at how thin like the ridge of the ear is. I feel like that's abnormal. Yeah, I've definitely got a fatter ear ridge there. That's not a normal ear ridge thickness. So of course they have the same hair, but that's pretty easy to fake. Even if they didn't, they could dye their hair and cut it the same way. I could shave my head and I'd look just like Jeff Bezos. Does that mean that I'm entitled to some of his wealth? Now let's talk differences. Do the boys have different facial structures? I hope you can tell, but I've noticed in a few of their TikToks, one of them seems like he's got a lot slimmer face. It's very defined right here. This guy's face is a lot more smooth and a lot more round. In some of their videos, I've noticed that their eyebrows look different. This is a makeup one and it's before they put on makeup. Their eyebrows look more different than when they are wearing makeup. This one's eyebrows are kind of a little more curvy. They go whoop. These ones, a little more straight. Bing. See that? Bing. So there are some differences. After looking at them for quite some time, there are some differences. But does that mean they're not twins? Zach and Cody, Dylan and Cole Sprouse, these are genetic twins as far as we know. As far as today's top scientists know, these boys are definitely twins. And even when they were younger, I mean, you could tell them apart for sure. Like, they had differences. And now they're all grown up, and I'd say they look even less alike. I think that happens to twins as they get older. They live different lives, they eat different foods, meet different people. But just because they look slightly different, that doesn't mean that they're not in love. I also wanted to see if I could find any evidence for that claim that they were dating before they knew they were twins. So I was looking that up and I could not find that anywhere about them. The only thing I could find about that was this article, and it describes exactly what that comment was talking about, except the dudes that are named in the article are not the Alisov brothers. They have totally different names, Jason Osborne and Alex Brown. So I don't know if someone just saw this article and like assumed it was talking about the Alisov brothers. Like, oh, that explains it. Okay, case closed. This is an article from the UK, not from Russia. Different names, but it's probably talking about them. I did also email the brothers at their business email. I figure they probably don't get a lot of emails, so I thought I might get a response. Just asking them if they're twins. I said, please, are you guys really twins? I have to know. And I sent it. And as of right now, I have not heard back. So after that deep and thorough investigation, my opinion, they're twins. They are, I do think that they're twins. Sure, they have small differences in their facial features, but like they look exactly the same. They're twins. But that is not a good thing. That's not a good thing. I'm not happy that I think that. But as I said, you know, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Are they twins? Are they really in love? Let me know. This video has been sponsored by ExpressVPN. Yes! Guys, there's lots of fun things to do on the internet. Playing games with your friends, sending emails to your friends, video chatting with your friends. But you know what's not fun? The fact that ISPs can see everything that you're doing when you're online, and they can even legally sell it to other companies. That is one reason to use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN basically sends all of your data through a secure tunnel so that your internet service provider and online advertisers can't track what you're doing and sell it to people. I use ExpressVPN all the time. I've got it on my laptop and my desktop and my phone. But not only does ExpressVPN keep you safe when you're doing some of your favorite activities online, it also unlocks new activities, like more things to watch. For example, Donald Glover's masterpiece of a show, Atlanta, is not available on Netflix in the US, but it is available on Netflix in Brazil. So if you want to watch Atlanta on Netflix, you could do two things. You could move to Brazil, or you could just install ExpressVPN, change your server location to Brazil, and now you can, and then you can watch it. You know, I mean, you can pick whichever one you want to do, but I think ExpressVPN would be easier. ExpressVPN's got the fastest speeds, they've got 24/7 customer support, and they're consistently ranked the #1 VPN by multiple sources, as you can clearly see here. So if you want to find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free, then head on over to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. Bye, thanks for watching. What's up, Greg? And this is the most state-of-the-art VR headset on the market today, and I am its newest and proudest owner. The reason I went out and got this headset is because I want to experience the worst VR games in existence. I've done other videos before about trying bad iPhone games, but I have a feeling that VR games are gonna be so much worse. Because sure, those games have had bad graphics and glitches and didn't make any sense, but imagine strapping all of those things to your eyeballs. I think these games, if they're really bad, might be the worst gaming experience possible. Or maybe they'll actually be really good. I'm not actually sure. This is the first game I'm gonna play. It's called Eastwood VR. I found this game by going to Steam's VR section. I searched shooter, and then I scrolled all the way down to the bottom to find the worst reviewed game. As you can see, it says 18% of the 11 user reviews for this game are positive. Let's check out the trailer. Just shoot people and fight people all in like an old Western setting? That actually sounds kind of fun. Okay, you can shoot chickens. You can shoot a bunch of people at once. This game seems cool as heck. Wait, who is that? What is that guy? Are those... You need to defeat the worst guys on the whole Wild West to become the coolest cowboy ever. Every next bandit got harder reaction and shooting skill. Game has more than 10 different levels with different enemies. Okay, tell us how many levels though. More than 10 is super vague. Is it 11? Are there 11 different levels? It's time to play some Eastwood VR! Entering the Wild West world of Eastwood VR, I was immediately greeted by the most aggressive NPC I've ever come across. Bitch! Oh my god. What the hell? Such an aggressive way to start the game.
Come here, you big fuck!
The very first thing you're supposed to do in this game is duel this guy, but for some reason, the game spawned me without hands. Right off the bat, I'm not seeing
Hands? Let me try restarting the game. Please give me hands. Please give me hands. Yes, okay, I have hands this time. All right, it says shoot him to enter the saloon. Is that how it worked in the Wild West? Son of a bitch. You have to shoot the bartender to enter the saloon?
Now that I could actually grab my gun, it was time to use it. To do so, you must wait for the round to start. There's a little countdown and then a whistle. And then you have to pick up your gun and shoot him before he can shoot you.
Dude!
This took a little bit too long to figure out, honestly.
Don't know what I did wrong that time.
Come here, you big fuck!
Easy. Whoa! I did it! Let's go. Hell yeah, partner. Hey, I dropped my gun and I got it back. The review said you can't do that. Guess they were wrong. So do I want to continue or restart? Yeah, as much fun as that was, I think I'm going to want to continue. Also, that is the funniest death pose I've ever seen. Dude is face down, ass up. Right. Continue.
So it turns out none of the menus work in this game. So I just decided I'm gonna shoot this guy and go into the saloon.
Lovely, okay. So now I'm in the saloon. This is kind of fun. I'm actually, it's not that bad so far.
I immediately began to explore everything this saloon had to offer. And it turns out there's quite a bit. You can throw this pot up in the air.
Whoa!
You can stack chairs on top of each other.
Ooh, dude, I wonder if I could, like, make a fort out of chairs. Probably not what the game was intended for, but... Dude, you can. Let's go.
I guess it turns out to make an entertaining game for me, you don't need to program in any story or challenges. Just give me a bunch of shit I can move around.
A glug, glug, glug. Do I look like I'm drinking beer? A glug, glug, glug. Okay, he didn't seem to care about that. Can I grab him? Oh! Oh, I've stunned him. What the fuck did I do? Ah! Oh my god! I touched him one time. I think I killed him. I think I have the touch of death, guys.
I guess the game heard I like having things to pick up and move around and answered my prayers in the most terrifying way possible.
Ah! Dude, this is like actually creepy. I'm holding him up with one hand. He's just like floating around. This is exhilarating. Bad boy. Holy shit, dude, this is crazy.
The other patrons of the saloon didn't really seem to have much going on.
Smash. Touch of death. Oh, touch of death doesn't work on him. So maybe there was just something wrong with that one guy. Maybe he had his own thing going on. He had his own demons. Don't worry about him, man. He would have done that anyway, even if you weren't there. Can I pick up this gun? And one for you? For looking at me like that? I wonder if I can steal this guy's gun. That'd be kind of fun, huh? Okay, that's funny.
On the wall of the saloon, there's a list of other bandits you can duel with.
Oh, okay. And I guess that's how we start them.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
This guy was equally mean, but a little bit more whispery.
Son of a bitch.
And about 100,000 times harder to kill.
Oh my, whoa! That was so fast. What? Dude, I can't even shoot one bullet in the time it takes for him to like shoot like 12 at me.
On top of that, that zombie level that was advertised on Steam is nowhere to be found in this game.
I'm kind of curious about the zombie one, but I'm actually not seeing that on here.
I did, however, find the chicken game.
Kill all chicks.
Finally, after a stressful time in that saloon, it was time to blow off some steam.
Nice done. Thank you. Your score is 1225. You are better than 0% other players. That kind of makes the nice done seem sarcastic. My favorite thing about this game is that the menus don't work. The only menu item that works in this game is this guy. And he's not even a menu item, he's just a guy. Oh, you're back? Dude, get out of here, man. Well, I thought I told you to get out of here. Hey, did you guys notice that you're all the same guy? I like that the music stopped when I said that. It's like, okay, the music has started back up again. I feel a little bit better, but that was creepy for a second there. It was like they all actually had a real human moment where they realized they were all the same guy in a video game. I still kind of think he knows. The way he's looking at me.
It was right about now that I started to discover just how creepy and lonely this game starts to feel the longer you play it. It turns out the last toss I gave that NPC caused him to glitch halfway through the wall.
Look at this guy. He used to just be like a jolly fellow drinking in a saloon, and now he's got this glazed over look in his eyes. His arm is like stuck through a wall at the atomic level, and I'm still gonna keep throwing him.
As I chucked him further and further into the desert outside the saloon, I got a sense for how desolate this place was. Starving for any kind of human interaction at all, I decided to reach for the last duel on the board.
And global show yourself. Try it out online. Are there even other people that play this game? Like, is there gonna be anyone to play against?
But the fate I met in that lobby was far worse than anything I encountered in the saloon.
No suitable rooms at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna host a game, see if anyone comes along. Okay, so now I guess I'm just waiting for somebody else to find this game, buy this game, and show up right in front of me so I can shoot them. Oh no. Oh no, I can't shoot the guy to go back in the saloon. How do I get out of here? How do I go back in the saloon? I can't move anymore. I'm stuck in this place until somebody else comes to duel me? Why does it say hello world in the sky? Come on, man. Let me go back in the saloon. Let me go back in the saloon.
Next on the list, we have Bad Boy Simulator. Okay, so it looks like a game where you spend all of your time in one classroom just tormenting the teacher and students with chemical weapons. This game looks insane. Also, what is this glove? Are we playing as a supervillain? I love that these two characters cough in sync. It's kind of like they're dancing to the music of the game, too. They're like, all right, let's go. Yeah, everyone kind of has like in sync choreography to the sort of chemical warfare that they're being subjected to. Were you a bully at school, or vice versa? Were a diligent student, and now you regret that you did not break away then properly? Do I regret not being a bully in school? Yeah, man, I was a little goody two-shoes in high school. I wish I made bombs. I look back on my years as a teen, and my greatest regret is that I didn't blow up my science classroom. Arrange yourself more conveniently. What does that mean? How can I arrange myself to be more convenient? Will you be able to infuriate the teacher without catching her eye and avoid the look of a classmate bastard? What? Okay, I'm sorry, but if anyone's the classmate bastard, maybe it's the one with a supervillain-esque glove making bombs in the back of the class. So the reviews for this game are mixed. Some people are loving it and some people are hating it. This one person said, I can't close the game. That sounds terrifying. What if it turns out this person like forgot to actually put their headset on and just started doing this at school thinking they were in the game? I gotta find a way to close this game, man. I'm in too deep. It's been months. I've been expelled. I'm on the no-fly list. Can someone please tell me how to close this thing? Can someone please tell me how to stop being a bad boy? I wonder if there's a story to this game or if you just stay in this one classroom the entire time. But you know what they say, there's only one way to find out. To start this game, you go through a tutorial that teaches you a bunch of different methods you can use to prank your teacher and classmates.
Put something on the bottom of the teacher's mug, throw it, and then go sit down. I don't know. Okay, so is this glue maybe? Go ahead and stick that, and I'll go right back to my desk. Oh, now we get to watch the teacher discover that her mug has been glued to her desk. What is she doing? Why is she just standing there?
Not really sure what happened there. My best guess is that I put too much glue on the mug and she could tell even from outside the door that she was about to be pranked. So she was sort of like angrily protesting from outside the room.
1, 2, 3, stick it. And then I go back and sit down. Oh, here we go, dude. Here she comes. Tiniest legs in the world. Oh, good God. Is the teacher a baby?
These pranks rely heavily on distracting the teacher, that way you can cause your mischief without getting caught. You can throw a paper airplane to distract the teacher.
Miss?
Sometimes it doesn't work.
That distracts her. I go and take the mug, and I go back and sit down. Fuck you. Oh.
But I don't think any of the other distraction methods really matter because you can also freeze time.
Bink. Put this on the mug, sit down, and... Yes! She is so pissed.
Now that I was done with the tutorials, I could actually get into the real levels.
And it looks like there are a lot, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 30 levels. A little bit of quick math for you. And I'm not even in math class right now. I'm in stand class. What does that mean? Wow, look at what all these kids drew in stand class.
Level 1, begin.
What? Excuse me, are you all right?
At first, I had absolutely no clue what I was supposed to be doing during this level.
Oh. I was trying to throw the banana and I took a bite out of it. Whoa, how'd I do that? I like hollowed out the peel? Did I do that with my tongue?
But don't worry, I soon found these super vague instructions that I decided to follow.
Level 1, banana and that thing.
I don't know what that thing is, but apparently putting a banana on it makes the teacher slip when she steps on it.
Oh, shit. Wait, okay, I guess that was actually what I was supposed to do.
So it seems like every level is just a list of items you need to pick up from around the classroom without getting caught by the teacher.
Level 2, glue plus rock plus slingshot. Okay, it's really helpful that I can just freeze time in this game. That makes it so I like don't even have to distract the teacher.
And then you assemble them into some sort of strange contraption that doesn't really make any sense.
Okay, I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, but I can't pick up the soap anymore for some reason.
Like, what is this?
I feel like I'm supposed to be shooting the soap.
I can't make heads or tails of this.
Everything's covered in glue. What do I do? I'm just gonna go get caught by the teacher because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Teacher, I was a bad boy. Can you please put me in detention?
Eventually I figured it out, kind of. I'm still not really sure what the soap had to do with any of this, but it's a glue slingshot.
She can't figure out where it's coming from. I'm being so sneaky. This is so good. Dude, the teacher is furious. She's so mad she forgot how to hold a book.
That's pretty much the whole game, honestly. It's very repetitive, and sometimes the things you have found just inexplicably disappear.
Hey, where'd that stuff go?
And there's only 2 different classes. There's math class and chemistry class. Technically a third if you count the door that just leads to a void.
Oh.
I have to say, man, this game did not make me feel like a bad boy. One really interesting thing about VR games is that I guess because it's so immersive, a lot of companies have created trainings for various jobs for their employees to experience in VR. The strange thing about it is that instead of being like on some private server somewhere, they're just for sale on Steam. So this one's called Truck Preparation for Driving VR Training. It is $200 and it promises to teach us how to proceed full preparation for driving of the truck with load. So they took the most fun part of being a truck driver, driving the truck, they took that out of the game. They said, no, in this game, you just prepare the truck for driving. So why does this game sound appealing to me? Why am I even the slightest bit interested in learning how to prep a truck for driving? I don't know, man. I guess I kind of just want to see if I'll learn something. Also, I kind of want to find out why this game is $200. So I'm gonna try it out.
Ooh. This is beautiful.
Oh, right from the start, it seemed I was gonna get my money's worth from this game, as it boasted nearly 3 hours of training time.
Come to the table. To move, point the controller to the green circle and pull the trigger.
Okay, let's go over here.
Take your driver's license out of your breast pocket.
I showed my ID to a very unimpressed desk worker.
How come this guy doesn't look happy to see me at all? What's he doing over here? All right, what am I supposed to do?
Take a tablet with the checklist from the table
Take
and
the
the
tablet
waybill.
from the checklist. Right, okay.
Read the documents.
Oh my god, it's gigantic. Why was it so small on the table? Are you seeing this, dude? It's crazy.
One thing I'm starting to notice about VR is I do not like how dull and lifeless the characters are in these worlds. Look at the mechanic I meet in the garage. Look at this guy. The uncanny valley of it all just gives you this deep, unsettling feeling that you can't shake.
Take the car key from the mechanic. Then go to the cabin.
So I will say everything up until this point seemed like pretty self-explanatory. Like I didn't need a state-of-the-art simulator to figure out how to walk up to a man and for him to hand me keys. And the graphics of this game are not very good. For $200, this is the most expensive game I've played so far, and these graphics suck. Also, I swear every time I look at that guy, he's like not wearing his helmet for a split second.
Many of the tasks around the truck are making sure things are working properly or in good condition. And I started to realize that none of it is. This truck is in horrible condition.
I'm starting to think this whole place is all torn up. This looks like a little tear here. This looks rusted out as well. When do I get to prep a good truck?
Eventually, I realized I can kind of just speed run this whole checklist by assuming everything is in bad condition.
Daytime running lights, no. Parking lights, no.
Which was especially helpful because a lot of the things on this checklist were named incorrectly.
You know what? This game is all wrong, man. I gotta say, this is actually pretty disappointing. Stop lamp? Safety belt? You mean seat belt? Fifth wheel coupling? I can only imagine what that is supposed to mean in real life. That's probably like the radio or something.
Check for wheel chocks attached to the rear of the machine.
What's a wheel chock? On the back of the machine. What machine? The truck? Is that the machine? Is he the machine? You got any wheel chocks back there, sir? Turn around, let me see. Let me see your wheel chocks.
Suddenly, all of the UI and my ability to walk around disappeared, leaving my prospects of finding these so-called wheel chocks hopeless. I tried resetting the game to see if that would fix it, but the only thing that did was erase all of my progress.
Prepare the truck for driving. Come to the table. To move, point the controller to...
Okay, this one actually looks like it might be a little bit more entertaining. This one is called Airline Flight Attendant Simulator. Being a flight attendant actually does sound kind of interesting, so I am kind of curious to see what that entails. And the graphics on this one look a little better too.
Passenger evacuation.
Wait, why did I think this game was gonna be mostly like bringing people soda and like walking around and just doing safety checks? Okay, no, this makes sense now that I think about it. This game is about what to do in case of an emergency if you're a flight attendant. So does the game start off with the plane immediately about to crash? Oh my god. Well, honestly, I kind of don't want to spoil this game too much for myself. I kind of just want to play it. Okay, this game consists of 4 levels and they get increasingly intense as you go. The first one is safety equipment check. It's not anything too crazy. You just walk around the plane looking in various compartments to make sure all of the required safety equipment is there. We need 20 child belts, but look, there's only 15 child belts. Guess some children aren't going to be joining us today. We're gonna have to strap them to the bottom of the plane. The next level is where things started to heat up. Literally. Oh, there's people on the plane now, dude. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my flight. Well, sir, welcome to my flight. I'm glad that everyone on this flight is an adult, not a single child on here. That's good because we are gonna be going down. You look familiar. Has anyone ever told you you look just like that guy? And has anyone furthermore told you that you look just like that guy? There's a series of steps you have to follow to a T in order to put out the fire correctly. And if you do any of them wrong or you don't do them quick enough, you fail. Ooh, whoa, cool. All right, I'm wearing the smoke. Oh. All right, that time I wasn't even goofing around. I was being dead serious that time. That's okay. We need to learn how to do this first, I guess, and then once I know how to do it, I'm gonna be able to speed through this lickety-split. And speed through it lickety-split I did. Once I had the instructions down, I was opening the door, I was extinguishing the fire, I was pouring water on it. What? Oh! Okay, yeah, I did fail that time. I forgot a few steps. And the source of the fire hasn't been inspected, but I did eventually get it. How did I do? The source of the... What? Kind of. It's been inspected. Oh, it says mission passed anyway. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, who really needs to inspect the source of the fire at the end of the day? The passengers can do that. Okay, aircraft depressurization. This one I could not figure out, man. You're just standing around when suddenly the airplane depressurizes. You have to put on a mask. Ah! Okay. Okay, that's on. And then you have to go make sure that the pilots are okay. Hey guys, everybody stay calm. But they don't answer the phone in the cockpit. I know, not good. So the game instructs you to go in there and help them. If there's no response, get into the cockpit by entering the code 12345 red. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red? Enter? What's red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter. Mission failed. Time is over. The aircraft is not descending. What was I supposed to do? So I don't know if this is just a bug with the game or something, but that code does not work. It does not get you into the cockpit. I replayed this level over and over. I did it so many times it was like Groundhog Day to me. Watch, guys. The aircraft is gonna depressurize. We're all gonna be screwed. Check this out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yep. See, I knew it. Yeah, you guys are all scared and screaming, but I knew the whole time. Enter. 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 Let me enter, please. Please let me enter. I have to save the pilots. They need my help in there. Why does it look like I'm like caressing the door handle also? Okay, this one sounds like it's gonna be the most intense one of them all. Emergency landing and evacuation. And it was intense, dude. The first few instructions are just things you're supposed to scream at the passengers as the plane goes down. Brace, brace, heads down, stay down. Brace, brace. Release your seatbelt. Stay in your seat. Life vest under your seat. Put it on. I kind of immediately forgot what the chants were the second the level started. Brace, brace. Keep your head down, stay down. I guess I was just so nervous because the plane was about to crash. But I think they got the gist. Oh, okay. That's impact. Very scary. Very scary indeed.
Passenger evacuation.
Okay. Here we go. Next step. Release your seatbelt. Stay in your seat. Life vest under your seat. Put it on! Oh, they are, okay. They all already have it on. Okay, so next. Now it was time to get everybody safely off the plane and into the ocean. Whoa, dude, this is crazy. Hey, guys, that's not, no, don't do that. I don't think you're supposed to do that, are you? Isn't everyone supposed to get on this thing? Where are you going? We're in the ocean. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay, it's attached. I was like, I was just gonna float away and then, oh, hello. Got these 2 clones lined up, ready to go. Okay, right here. Oh, okay, there they all go. Wow, seems like they all really know how to do this. Has this happened to you guys before? Check the entire cabin for any passengers left inside. There better not be anybody still on this. Oh my God, dude, get up, get up. Inflate the life vest, get up, go. What am I supposed to say? Excuse me.
I gotta admit, it was pretty fulfilling to help all of these scared passengers off of the plane in a calm manner, and oh fuck, I have to get in the cockpit again.
I hope the pilots are alive. Literally everybody else lived, so it would be kind of a bummer if they didn't make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, enter. Oh, it worked this time. All right. Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but the plane did crash, so just wanted to let you know. There you go. Oh, okay. All right. You're good? And you as well? Are you good? Oh, okay. Perfect. No, don't get your hands off the steering wheel. We're not in the air anymore. We crashed. Get your hands off the steering, please.
Now that I'd rescued everybody else on the plane, it was time to rescue myself.
A jump, a jump. Mission failed.
This last one I kind of have a complicated reason for picking, but I think it's interesting. This game is, I think, one of the most popular VR games you can play right now. It's called Gorilla Tag. I'd never heard of it before researching this video, but it seems very popular.
Here we find a most curious creature, moving on two paws, able to traverse great distances.
So it seems like a multiplayer VR experience where you play as a gorilla who inexplicably does not have legs. I don't know if they all just escaped from some kind of laboratory where they were being experimented on or something, but none of the gorillas have legs. And also, instead of like using the joystick to walk around, you like swing your arms like an actual gorilla walking around, which seems super annoying, honestly. But this game has very positive reviews. 93% of the reviews for this game are positive, but I read through some of them and it gave me a little bit of pause. Positive review. This is the reason I do not want to have kids. Positive review. Kids call you racist stuff, but you will get used to it. Positive review. Dislocated my finger in real life. I think what I'm getting at here is that the game itself is well designed and fun to play, but because it's a multiplayer game, the other people on the app, being mostly children, make the game a terrible experience. At least I think that's the case, but I want to check it out for myself. Is this actually a good game, or do the clientele ruin it? You start out in a cave learning to walk as a gorilla for the first time. This walking mechanic is very annoying and would only continue to get more annoying as the game went on. Also, I'm not sure why the game is third person in this recording. When I was playing, I was in first person as the gorilla.
So this is what a gorilla's hands look like.
But as you emerge from the cave, you are greeted by hundreds of children.
Oh.
Never give up.
Whoa, suddenly I can hear people. Hey, hi, I'm new here. I don't know how this game works. Can anybody help me?
Yeah, I will. Jump down.
These children were immediately so eager to teach me how to play. They also turned me into lava. I'm still not sure what that means.
Wait, what did you do to me?
They swarmed me like a pack of feral wolves and immediately started asking me questions and showing me how to do things.
This is kind of overwhelming.
Do you already know how to run? Do you already know how to run? So you gotta run like diagonal to the ground like this.
They wanted to show me how to run, how to throw balloons. They wanted to feed me hot dogs.
Thank you. So hospitable, thank you.
So overall, most of them were pretty nice. There was this one gorilla who kept asking me to change his color code in a very intimidating way.
You take off my color code?
What?
You take off my color code?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
This guy was weird. He also made me do a bunch of tests to make sure I was really new and I wasn't just faking it.
Press this right here.
Ooh, hats.
Press right here.
Put on.
Press right here.
Put on.
Okay, you're actually new.
Oh, you thought I was razzing you? You thought I was messing with you? I wouldn't joke about that kind of thing.
Do you want to know how a real man does it?
Yeah, show us how a real man does it.
Bro, a real man do it like this.
Whoa! That's a real man.
While I was being taught how a real man runs up a wall, I was told that the $1,000 Meta headset I bought to play all of these games was actually the worst possible one I could have used.
For some reason, I feel like it's like my hand is just not sticking in the wall.
What are you playing on, Oculus or Steam?
On Steam with the Quest Pro.
So you have about 85 hertz.
Okay.
So your hands are not as sticky as the Oculus players. Wait, what did you get? The Pro?
Yeah, but I'm playing it on
Definitely
Steam.
should've not bought that headset.
What the hell, Steam? And Mark? My gaming setup is too good for Gorilla Tag? How fucked up is that? Once the gorilla children had cooled down a bit and started to go back to doing their own thing, I asked my friend here if there was anything else to do in this game.
Are there like mini games in this game, or like what is there to? What is there to do?
He decided he should take me under their wings / monkey arms and teach me their favorite game.
Let's teach them how to play monkey on the shelf.
Okay, let's go.
Now jump on the computer.
Okay.
Now join code Joe Mama.
Monkey on a Shelf is a don't touch the lava type game where you try to make it from one end of the room to the other without touching the floor. I kind of thought there would be mini games like programmed into this game, but there is no structure at all. They just like pick one monkey to watch and make sure people don't touch the floor. While we played, we got to talking about some of the negative things people had to say about this game.
Are there a lot of racists in this game? The review said that like it was just a bunch of racist little kids.
Yes.
Yeah, there are. There are.
Did they get banned?
These report. Sometimes.
Before I knew it, it was time for me to log off.
All right, guys, I gotta go. But can I just say?
Nice knowing you.
Can I just say thank you guys for taking me under your wing and teaching me how to play this game. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
You guys are the coolest monkeys I've ever met.
Yep.
All right, bye. Well, Greg, there you have it. The world of VR is a magical and mysterious place that I am proud to have explored here with you today. If you have any other games you want me to check out, let me know. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Otherwise, go ahead and check out another video right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Life as a new dad is pretty good. Rocking my baby to sleep, watching him crawl for the first time, and there's so much to look forward to. Like finding out what kind of TikTok dad I'm gonna become. There's so many types of dads on TikTok. You got Frog Dad. I could be like Addison Rae's dad, begging Young Gravy to box him. One thing's for sure, whatever kind of dad I become, I'm excited to do it on TikTok.
Wait, what is this? TikTok is getting banned?
Guys, TikTok might get deleted in the US forever in a few months, so I either need to move countries or fulfill my dream of becoming a TikTok dad now. Luckily, over the years, I've gathered a pretty choice list of dad talks, and today I'm going to watch them, and then I'm going to become them by recreating them. So let's take another look at that Addison Rae's dad TikTok.
Can I get a
Okay, so this TikTok is from a couple years ago. It's from 2022. And if you were unaware of this situation where Addison Rae's dad wanted to fight famous rapper Young Gravy, I believe it started because Young Gravy made some comment on a podcast about finding Addison Rae's mom attractive. Now, Addison Rae's dad and his mom aren't together and haven't been for a long time, I think. But nevertheless, Monty, that's his name, Monty Lopez, decided to settle the score by getting on TikTok and begging Young Gravy to fight him.
Can we meet now? Like today, it's August 9th, 2022. I'm ready and I bet you're not. Only a boxing match. Do you have what it takes?
Please, I'm begging you, Young Gravy, fight me, please. I'll let you win. I don't care. You can bring a gun. Just don't kiss her. Also, because of the UMG thing that happened recently where they removed all their music from TikTok, this TikTok is completely silent. I'm guessing it had more of a badass vibe to it when it actually had music, but now it's just kind of sad. But to be fair to Monty, that TikTok was like 2 years ago. The beef has since been resolved, I think, or Monty just realized that Young Gravy was never going to respond to him, so he stopped trying. But let's see what Monty's up to now.
What's going on, everybody? Happy holidays. Got some real funny videos that I'm about to show you. Let me know in the comments below which one you think is the funniest.
Cool, man. Yeah, those are some pretty funny videos. Did you steal them, Monty? Did you steal the videos? Bad, Monty. I like that Monty is compensating for his old videos having no music by putting 3 times as much music as is necessary in this video. I don't really think that this exact genre of TikTok speaks to me. I don't really know if I want to become like the content stealing kind of guy on TikTok. Hey guys, check out this crazy clip I just saw. You're gonna want to buckle in. This is 3 hours long. I should give Addison Rae's dad type dad a shot though, so I'm gonna be recreating that first TikTok. Okay, so I was trying to think of who it would be funny for me to be trying to fight in this video. My first thought, for some reason, was Joe Biden, but I feel like if I posted a shirtless video of me screaming and begging Joe Biden to fight me, I would be investigated by the FBI, the CIA, trying to think of any other 3-letter acronyms, AJR maybe. So I'm not gonna do that. Maybe it would make more sense if I just challenge someone who already does influencer boxing, like Jake Paul. I could make the same kind of shirtless screaming video, begging begging Jake Paul to fight me. I can't just stop there because Monty didn't stop there. Oh, no, no, no. He challenged him. He begged him. He asked him to come to his house right now. And then he also pivoted to just posting silly videos on his page. So I'm gonna try to encapsulate all of that into one video. I also noticed in this video when he stands up, it like, well, one, it says run white boy run at the bottom. And then it also reveals that he has a tummy tattoo. So I don't know if I should incorporate that somehow. Like when I stand up, there's a funny tattoo on my tummy. Maybe it's just a heart that says Jake in the middle. Because I want you to get the vibe from this that I just want to hang out with Jake so bad. I don't care if he's beating the shit out of me or if he's just coming over to help me water my garden.
It's actually kind of hard to write this upside down, but hopefully I'm doing this correctly. Can you even see it in the camera? Can you see the Jake? There's an effect on it. Should I use that effect? Gym light? That's kind of menacing. What other effect could I use? No, okay. Let's just do no filter. No filter or nothing.
Can I get
I didn't like filming that at all. Actually, I hate that. I'm gonna put my shirt back on. Yeah, sorry, I hated that. I'm gonna keep my shirt on, actually. I thought I was gonna do it with my shirt off, man, but I can't do it. I just can't see myself convulsing shirtless like that. I don't even think I want it on the internet, to be honest. I don't want it. Nobody should see that. So it's gone now. I'm just gonna have to live with Jake tattooed on my tummy, and that's just gonna be a secret between me and you guys. Nobody's gonna know that happened. Okay, let's try again. Shirt mode activated. It's hard to press the start button the way I have my phone propped up. The keyboard's kind of in the way here. There we go. Okay, shit. God damn it.
Can I get
That might have been pretty good. I am picking up my phone at the beginning, but I think I went menace mode for sure. Actually, the beginning where I prop my phone up adds some kind of authenticity to it in a way. I don't know if it's like a millennial pause or kind of makes it seem like this video was totally off the cuff. Like I wasn't even planning on recording this. I'm just setting my phone up because I'm getting so pissed off. Well, I guess I'll just finish her up then. Oh, there's still sound. Can I make the sound stop now? Please? Okay, I guess I can't. So is it just gonna be that then? That's not good. That's not funny. That's just weird. That's just me straight up asking Jake to fight. Okay. Maybe I can record it in my camera roll and then add it in the editor. Hey Jake, I just wanted to say, I didn't mean what I said back there. I don't think you're a baby. I think you're awesome. And we don't have to fight. We could just hang out sometime if you want to. Anyway, here's a funny video I found. Okay, now I have to actually find a funny video and add it in here somehow. Funny video I found. Hell yeah.
Can I get
Hey Jake, I just wanted to say, I didn't mean what I said back there. I don't think you're a baby. I think you're awesome. And we don't have to fight. We could just hang out sometime if you want to. Anyway, here's a funny video I found. Yeah, I think it's perfect. And I think it's ready to post, and I'm not worried at all about what people will think when I post this. So I think after I create all the TikToks, we can take a look at some of the responses to them. Okay, next TikTok. My daughter being in a toxic relationship. Hashtag POV, a pack sticks up for each other. One of my favorite things about this TikTok is how many people show up. I thought it was just gonna be the dad at first, but then more and more characters keep coming in. It kind of makes the dad seem a little less badass. Like, no wonder the boyfriend's scared. He is severely outnumbered. I also love how the uncle comes into frame by touching the brother's shoulder, but it's obviously just his own hand touching his own shoulder. You know you're in for trouble when you feel your uncle tap your shoulder. You know how uncles do? Now, the weird thing about this one is that I actually don't know if this guy has kids. I actually don't think he does, but I do still think that there's something we can take away from this video. The whole concept of a pack sticking together. Oh, are they wolves? Oh, I think they're werewolves, and that's why it says a pack sticks up for each other. And that's why all their eyes turn blue, this horrifying shade of blue, and the dad has on a wolf necklace. So they must be wolves. They've got wolf eyes. Wolves have blue eyes, right? Oh, wait. They don't. Wolves have brown eyes, it looks like. I must be thinking of huskies. Oh yeah, huskies have blue eyes. Are they huskies? Leave her alone, buddy. unless you want to get strapped to a sled and pulled very fast over a great distance. If this happened in real life, do you think that the boyfriend would even hear the dad? He's screaming and the dad is whispering. He has a few other TikToks where he plays the role of a dad navigating a kind of tricky situation with his daughter. I guess this genre is just fantasizing about having like a teenage child and something awkward or scary happening with that child. And also you have to look really badass and you do have to be part dog. Got it, can do. Before I film this one, I actually have a much more important POV I need to film first. POV, that moment when you're sponsored by Opera. Opera makes other browsers look like that evil boy in that last TikTok. All alone and useless. Meanwhile, Opera looks like the family because Opera has so many useful features built in that it's so much more than just a browser. You've got Aria, Opera's native browser AI, which lets you get clear answers instantly. Highlight any term on the web and ask Aria to explain it. The great thing is Aria is connected to the web and can provide real-time information, unlike a lot of other AI models. Tab islands are huge for helping me stay organized while I'm working on a video. If I have several TikToks open, a couple of Google Docs, email, I can collapse them into context-based groups automatically. I don't know what accent this is supposed to be. One thing I didn't even realize I needed until I got Opera was a built-in ad blocker. It makes articles look so much more clean, which actually makes my videos look better, because when I screen record an article, there's not distracting ads all over the place. And it's super easy to turn on with just one click. If you're working on multiple projects at once, you can create entirely separate workspaces that you can switch between easily using customizable buttons on the sidebar. I don't like having a ton of browser windows open at the same time. It's super distracting and hard to sort through. So in my opinion, this is a much better solution. So if you want to check out Opera, then use my link below to download Opera today. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Opera. Now let's film this TikTok. Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about how I could make this TikTok kind of my own, you know? Take everything I like about the toxic daughter boyfriend TikTok and amplify it. So first thing we're gonna do is the amount of family that shows up. I liked how much it was in the first video. We're gonna double it. We're just gonna have a ton of people show up. We're gonna have the dad, of course, the brother, an uncle. Uncle's here! A second cousin, a third niece, maybe. Also, I think instead of like a toxic boyfriend, the daughter's just gonna be getting mugged. I think that would elevate the stakes a little bit higher. And then, you know, in the original TikTok, they didn't even turn into werewolves. Their eyes just turned blue, which, granted, that would be very scary if that happened to you, but I feel like they were trying to get at something there, but they didn't quite get there. So, in my TikTok, they're gonna actually turn into animals because there's filters on the TikTok that can turn you into animals. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do it now. So I think what would be even cooler than turning into a wolf is if I turn into a horse. And I know that there's horse filters on TikTok. I have one saved here, where if you open your mouth, you turn into a horse. So I'm gonna use this. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I look gorgeous. And then everyone just starts turning into horses, dude. The daughter turns into a horse. Uncle's gotta turn into a horse. And last but not least, the mugger has to apologize, of course. Let's go, baby. Now all I have to do is edit this, and it's gonna be ready to go. Now this dad is a whole different type of dad. His name is Brian B. Toe. I thought Toe might be his last name, but the way it's spelled out in his profile actually makes it seem like Buto is his last name. I thought B was just his middle initial till I saw this just now. Say what you want about Brian, but he do be Toe. And I think there's a lot we can learn from Brian's TikTok. Stuck in a generation where loyalty is just a tattoo and being fake is a lifestyle. Where the real ones at? Man, Brian's so cool. I thought he was a teenager for a second because of how cool he's dressed. Hey guys, I'm just skateboarding with my backpack to school. Work. I hope my teacher is cool today. Oh, boss. Sorry, I'm just a kid at heart. Also, I just got in a really bad skateboarding accident and hit my head real bad. Can you drive me to the hospital? I don't like this angle. Why is he so much higher up than us? Are we a child in this video? Are we his child?
Son, where are the real ones? What have you done with the real ones, son?
I'm not even sure how the caption and the video are related. They seem like totally separate things. I'm so sick of my generation. So I've decided to join yours. I'm a teenager now. In fact, I'm so young that my kids are my... All right. Now, obviously, I I don't like this video. I don't like it one bit. But I'm mature enough to realize that I'm not the target demographic for this video. This video is for MILFs. Cause you a MILF. And I'm not a MILF. I'm at most a dill. I'm just a dad you would like. And the MILFs in the comments are loving it. Yes, you still got it. Where you been all my life? Damn, my kind of guy. More power to him, I guess. The one thing that I can't get over is the setting in which he's making this video. Are you in public? It looks like he's just in the lobby of a hotel making the absolute thirstiest video I've ever seen. You need to get to your room ASAP, dude. You are too horny to be in public. I like this guy in the background. The second he realizes he's in this video, he steps out of frame because he's like, oop, I can't be in this. Oop, get me out of here. This guy's too horny. The caption is still got it, which is a little confusing to me because usually you would say that about something you used to do when you were young. Brian, did you used to do this when you were young? They didn't have iPhones back then. Who were you doing this to, man? The reason so many people are single and not in relationships today is because we're looking for that 90s love in a 2023's hookup culture. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, man, that's fine. Where are you? What's going on in the background here? I'm looking for that 90s love. The kind of girl that doesn't just want to hook up, but wants to go on a date to the giant dirt pile in town. I love that dirt pile. I wish I could date the dirt pile, but she's taken. Hey, get out of here! She's mine! Okay, this is good research. I feel like I'm starting to get what this guy is all about. It's a lot of like pouring your heart out on the internet. Some of it could possibly be on the verge of oversharing, but he's expressing his feelings. He's looking badass while he's doing it. It's like this emotional vulnerability mixed with this cool, mysterious bravado of being alone at the giant dirt pile. Oh, 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 yeah. Da, da, da. I got a new... Okay, no, that's cool, man. Look, I obviously think that, you know, that's kind of a scary joke to make, but again, this video isn't for me. Oh, uh-oh. Oh God, Brian, the MILFs aren't liking it either. This guy is not funny. My first reaction, ew. Brian, you're scaring the MILFs, man.
So I'm unaware of any gigantic piles of dirt near where I live. If there are any, I guess I'm just not cool enough to know where they are. So I'm here at the woods. Figured that would be an equally strange location to film this TikTok.
So we've got strange location, the woods. We're going to have sort of a nostalgic / oversharing caption,
which I'm still not sure what that's gonna be yet, but I can just figure that out while I'm editing it. I don't have to do that now. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the video, which is good. And then I also have to appeal to the youth. I have to try to make myself seem like a kid, which usually I'm not very good at, but I went to Walmart and I went to the kids section and I found some stuff that I think is gonna do the trick. Brian had a skateboard in his video, and so I bought a scooter. They didn't have any skateboards. I don't know if this is maybe a little bit too young for the demographic I'm trying to reach, but the box said ages 2 to 5. So I'm just gonna sort of pretend to be shredding it up out here at the beginning of the TikTok. By the way, I am like 75% sure that there's poison ivy under my feet right now that I'm very much trying to avoid. And I think I have, but my legs just feel itchy even just being near it. This was actually a horrible idea. Anyway, the hat. It says Fortnite on it. Can you see that? It says Fortnite on it. I found it at Walmart in the little boys section and I thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is gonna appeal to all the kids. So I've got my scooter, I've got my Fortnite, and I'm ready to have some fun. Let's film a TikTok. Okay, I think I'll just pretend to be ripping it up over here and then I walk towards the camera all cool. I for sure stepped in the poison ivy that time. Very cool. Why does this hat make me look like a pilgrim? It's like such a flat brim hat that it's gone past looking cool and gone towards looking like a full-on pilgrim hat. I am a Fortnite pilgrim. This one's just kind of a fun one. It's just a picture Shaq posted with like 20 seconds of music and then 20 seconds of silence. I don't know. Could be the move. All right, this TikTok is by a dad by the name of My Life, not yours. So in case you were confused, this isn't you. Yes, dude, thank you. This is the kind of energy I'm looking for. When your kids need you, you drop everything
and you don't walk, you don't run, you don't even drive. You jump through the air like a giant bunny and you land right where they are. I guess we don't see where he lands. It would be kind of funny if it like cut to a reverse angle and he just landed at the bar. But one TikTok in, I am liking this guy's style. So I guess the way I describe this dad is like action hero dad, mystical sorcerer dad. Either way, he's killing it, and I really like his vibe. He's always getting himself into insane situations like this one.
Happy Easter, everyone.
So funny about how nonchalantly he says Happy Easter and then teleports himself into the UFO and kamikazes himself. Like, did he know that was gonna happen? Based on how chill he was, I kind of feel like he didn't. Happy Easter, guys. Oh, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Ah! You know, I started watching this guy because he mentioned his kids, and I was like, oh cool, dad content. But in hindsight, he actually doesn't mention his kids very often. So I guess they don't need help that often, because that's the only reason he mentioned them in the first video. He's actually kind of got a lot of other shit going on. He's always defending the Earth from some kind of cosmic threat, it seems. And after all these TikToks where he's harnessing magical powers and defending the Earth, you'd think that his kids would have some pretty nice stuff to say about him, right? You'd think they'd be pretty grateful, huh? Wrong. As dads, you know, we give and we give, but are we ever truly appreciated? No. My 7-month-old baby did this same thing to me. I was floating around in the spirit realm forever. It took me days to get back into my body. To take a step back for a second here, can we all appreciate how epic his editing is? I mean, this is pretty good. Also, the first time I saw this, I was like, holy shit, how high did this dude jump for this video? This man may be old, but he's still got it. But after watching it a couple times, I think that he's reversed the video and he's jumping off of something high onto the ground. Either that or this whole thing's real. I can't discount that possibility. I like this guy's videos a lot because I feel like we actually are cut from the same cloth in a way. I have always been obsessed with visual effects. I had a YouTube channel for this kind of stuff when I was a teenager. I would do this type of stuff, practice visual effects. I would do tutorials for effects.
Hey everybody, this is Danny Gonzalez, and today I'm going to be doing an After Effects tutorial.
I would watch every behind the scenes of like blockbuster movies that I could get my hands on. So I admire this dad's passion. It kind of takes me back in my own life to a simpler time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm pretty excited for this one. My favorite of his TikToks was the UFO one, so that's the one that I want to replicate. I'm gonna have like a UFO or a giant spaceship in the background right here. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna teleport onto the spaceship and blow it up or something. One thing I really want to replicate is how casually he did it. Like he didn't even know that it was about to happen. I think I just want to kind of like casually stroll up to the camera, kind of maybe wink at the camera. Or no, winking would imply that I know something is gonna happen. Maybe I'm just having a stroll, having a great day, and then I teleport up to the UFO. Would it be funny if I teleport without my clothes? That would really make it seem like I did not know this was gonna happen. Or maybe I did, but at the very least I thought I'd be able to bring my clothes with me. Like you see me teleport and my hoodie is still here and it just drops to the ground. And then how should it start? Should it have something to do with like when my kids need me or something like that? The caption could say something badass like when our way of life is threatened, I'm the man for the job. And then I teleport buck naked up to the UFO and am immediately shamed by the aliens for my tiny butt. All right, let's try this. Okay, and then I'm gonna take off my hoodie, put it right where I was.
This?
Don't keep going.
No, stop. You're getting distracted.
All right, look up CBS's logo.
It's Big Brother. See, you think that Big Brother is gonna let you think independently? No, they're gonna open your noggin up, they're gonna fill it with all the thoughts they want you to have, and Phil is part of it.
But probably Jeff Probst isn't too, right? Yeah, we're free thinkers.
Basically, what we're gonna do is
YouTube Shorts. Maybe we should be looking at more shorts.
All right, if you two could shut up for a second, I have an important announcement. Today, I want to help you guys out with your budgeting a little bit. You can budget your car payments better, your travel, your groceries. Does that sound good? Well, then listen up, because we're going to talk about Rocket Money, the sponsor of today's video. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that lets you lower bills, cancel unwanted subscriptions, make custom budgets, and lower your savings all in one place. With Rocket Money, you can create a custom budget for any category in seconds. The app shows you where your money is going at all times and identifies your top spending categories and even gives you insights on how to better budget in the future. As someone who spends a lot of money eating out and not as much as I would like on travel, this is a great way for me to visualize like how much spending is happening in each category, where I can cut a little bit, where I can add a little bit. They'll also notify you when you have upcoming charges or when your balance is low. That way you can avoid overdrafts and late fees. And if that wasn't cool enough, Rocket Money can also help you lower your bills. Rocket Money automatically scans your bills to find savings. They can help negotiate bills for you, whether it be your internet service, your cable bills, and more. So you don't need to worry about those pesky customer service calls. Rocket Money's gonna get in there for you and negotiate the best possible rate for you. This is great for me personally because I am notoriously bad at looking for deals. I don't like to haggle. I don't like to negotiate, so the fact that this is built into the app makes it so much easier for me to know that I'm getting a good deal. So to save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Danny or use the link in the description to get started for free.
Flat earthers, or some of them, believe that beyond the ice wall is this other world.
I feel like that outer world thing, I've heard of this, but I've only heard of it recently. I wonder if that's like a new lore that just dropped, because I thought that the ice shelf was supposed to be the end, and then they were like, no, not only that, we know about Acton.
And then there's another wall around here, and then Osiris is out on the outside.
Do you think the flat earth conventions are just people trying to one-up each other with the amount of knowledge they know about the outer ring?
Oh, you think this is the last ice wall? There's one more. Nope, there's actually 2 more.
There's actually 3 more, and at that one, it loops back around and you're here again.
That's more interesting than the Earth being flat, is that if you just keep going, well, that actually is just with the Earth, is if you keep going along the Earth, you end up back where you started. So we kind of all believe the same thing. They just have more ice walls in their theory.
Talking about how there was this one man that went to Antarctica on his expedition back in the day, and I can't remember his name.
Flat Earth.
Can't remember his name.
Can't remember name.
Sneaker Night Extended Cut. I can't remember his name. It was probably Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens, Sneaker Night. Proof of Sneaker Night.
Internet famous flat earther has gone all the way to Antarctica to put his theory to the test.
And he proved himself wrong. They always prove themselves wrong. I want someone to prove himself right.
Just once, please.
Just once. I mean, that's the thing though, is like the internet is so, it creates little bubbles for you. Mm-hmm. So if we did have an algorithm that was pro flat earth, it would be littered with flat earth videos, and we would be like, this all confirms what I already believe.
Where's that guy's mouth?
Yeah, if the earth is round, where's that guy's mouth?
Well, gravity's still technically a theory. We know that there's an up and a down. As far as Coriolis, I was in the military and I've shot weapons, and
she's just threatening him.
Yeah. So basically, you're gonna believe what I believe because I have a lot of experience with guns and missiles.
As far as Coriolis, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What kind of weapons, if you don't mind me asking? Like ICBMs?
Well, I'm wearing a vest with a bomb on it right now.
Okay. What will it take for you to detonate that?
If you say one thing that makes me question my beliefs, I'm gonna kill all of us.
Okay. And so how do you feel about sunsets?
They think that there's like these enormous structures. It ignores something that everyone knows. There's this enormous water table that's underneath the pyramids.
What's a water table?
It just means that there's like water, like a well of water. I think because of the Nile. Like, you know how when you're at the beach, if you're not at the water, but you dig a hole, there's water under there because you're close to the water. So the pyramids, if you dig below it, eventually you get to water.
Right,
and so there couldn't possibly be like a big guy down there.
Oh, right, because he would have drowned?
Okay, next conspiracy, aliens. What should we Google aliens wise?
Aliens wise? Are aliens wise?
Aliens wise?
Yeah.
Are octopuses alien
A
creatures?
group of scientists that were speculating that octopi had come from somewhere else, and frozen eggs had actually come from somewhere else.
And the reason behind this theory is that octopuses are freaking weird.
It's like that. How could something like that exist on Earth? Because they look so fucking weird.
They must have come from some octopus-shaped planet.
And also, if the Earth is flat, how could there be? So hold on. Can you? I need silence.
Were you gonna say, can you call me back?
Can you call? I'll call you back later.
I've heard theories like this before about like some life coming from other planets. There's a theory that like all life comes from another planet. Like an asteroid had life on it and came from some other planet after like it got hit by a meteor, and then that came here, and that's how life started on Earth. And to me, that just feels so lazy. They're like, how did life start on this planet? It came from a different one, and that's all we need to figure out.
Right, but then because then it's like, well, how did it start on that planet?
An asteroid.
Oh, from a different planet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well then follow-up question, how did it start on that original planet? Like, where did it come from?
God drew.
God drew what?
God drew an asteroid that came from another planet.
The octopus is still extremely similar biologically to us. You look at an octopus cell under a microscope and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Right. Yeah, but you know, when you can tell the difference, when you fucking look at an octopus and you look at a human.
We're not so different, you and I. If I look at you like this,
I can't see shit. You might as well be an octopus up against my face.
Veteran describes strange alien encounter in Vietnam. I like that strange is in all caps. What if it just said, veteran describes pretty normal alien encounter in Vietnam?
They should have done veteran in all caps out of respect.
And we should probably stand for this out of respect.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa!
Dude, it's not flat at all in here.
There in the shrubbery, coming out of it, are little gray entities, about 4 foot tall.
That's how I'm trying to be. Oh, you're just saluting?
Till the day I die, I'll remember what the little entity said to me. And the way he said it, it was like, Clifford.
It was like, I'll never forget what this little guy said to me and the way he said it.
Yeah, he said, and then he blew up.
He exploded.
I think he was asking for help.
I'm gonna explode. I'll never forget that.
And the way he said it, it was like, Clifford, you are not supposed to be here.
I mean, he's right, we weren't.
You normally don't carry your weapon on full automatic. I put it on full automatic and I started to fire and I yelled out, VC, VC. And that was to alert the other troops that we were no longer alone, that there were a number of little guys there, I'll put it that way.
I'll put it that way. I'll put it away your brain can understand.
Little guys.
So the alien said, what are you doing here, Clifford?
And that's how I knew he wasn't from Earth. It was dark. There was a small guy in the bushes who asked me what I was doing here. Gotta be an alien.
Gotta kill the alien.
Gotta kill him. Oh, he already exploded. Job's done.
Said, even though we're at war, we don't put our weapons on full automatic. I did just for this guy and no one else. And I killed him. Also, is this guy's name Clifford, or did he?
His name's just Veteran, as far as I know. That could be why he's so confused, too.
Yeah. I'm not fucking Clifford!
You are not supposed to be here.
I feel like this illustration's doing a lot of heavy lifting in this story. He's just describing a pretty normal encounter, but then because of the illustration of aliens, it's like, man, they must have been aliens.
Yeah, a little guy came out of the bushes. He looked like a regular Vietnamese man, and the picture is of like an octopus. So all of the comments believe him and are pissed. They're like, way to go, Clifford. The little dudes were trying to bring about peace on Earth, and you blasted them.
Like, way to go, man. We almost had peace.
And you gave them a demonstration that we are a species not to be trusted or helped. Good job, Clifford. They're like, your story is 100% real, and we hate you.
Well, and then this person's on his side. It's like, he's been consistent about these events ever since they happened. Yeah, because that's how he remembers it. You can still be consistent about something that didn't happen.
Wasn't used to the ganja. Just imagine smoking this 35% THC they smoked back in 1980 when they smoked weed that had to be 6 to 8% THC. I am sure I would have seen some crazy shit. And let's go ahead and report him for animal abuse.
More like plant abuse, because he's smoking the shit out of that ganja.
Ganja! Expert explains who are the gray aliens. Okay, well that'll be helpful because the last one was about the gray aliens. How exactly do you become an expert in that? Do you think it's Clifford again?
Yeah, well he definitely seemed to have a lot of expertise because he saw them with his own 2 eyes.
And he shot them with his own one gun.
Gray aliens are perhaps the most commonly encountered extraterrestrial species that we know, named for the coloration of their skin.
Oh, they're gray aliens because they're gray aliens.
That they've been hybridized multiple times, and we're seeing a lot of different types of features.
So there's a basic...
I can't get into them now, but we're seeing many types of features.
This is only a YouTube short. I simply don't have time to go into great detail. Wait, my son got kidnapped by them. When he was 9 years old, he was missing for a day. He told us that they have created us humans and need to create more humans in other planets and need his blood. I believe my son.
Let's click on this guy's profile.
Bullying his son.
My son played with them when they abducted him, and he confirmed that they acted like little children. And they said, Clifford, What are you doing here, Clifford?
Aliens think everyone's name is Clifford.
Oh, what up, Clifford?
Welcome back, Clifford.
I think every human they see is the same human that they just saw.
Good, you look very different today, Clifford.
What a strange planet only inhabited by one man named Clifford.
Who changes shape every day.
Don't shoot me again, Clifford.
Your bullets have no effect on my robot body.
But they have extreme effects on my feelings, Clifford.
It's the intention that hurts. As my son has mentioned, when he was inside the ship...
As my son has mentioned countless times,
my son, who's an expert, 9 years old, got abducted. It's a computer-based reality which they created long ago, and many souls were kidnapped and then put inside these machine bodies, so they used what is known as spiritual necessity. Do you think this guy's ever done drugs?
No. He's too busy. He's trying to get his son back from the aliens.
I believe him because they were in my house around 1997. Unfortunately, I panicked so badly they didn't speak. I regret it now. I might have gotten answers, but I couldn't believe what was happening, and I had 3 little girls asleep in the house. Two of mine and one of my best friend. Huh? Wait, I had 3 little girls in the house, 2 of mine and one of my best friend? I think his best friend was a little girl.
Yeah, my daughters were hanging out with my little girl best friend.
They have so much in common because they're the same age.
And when the aliens came in, I panicked.
Because I didn't want them to wake up, my best friend.
So yeah, I guess aliens, the little gray guys must be very shy. Because if you panic a little bit, they're like, oh, sorry, Clifford. We'll come back later, Clifford.
We have to go now. We are gray. So now it's just these two talking to each other. Yeah, what, did they visit you again? They told my son that they will come again, but they didn't come anymore. He saw a tall man with blonde hair.
Okay, wait, hold on. So the story is falling apart a little bit. He's like, yeah, he saw all aliens. And it's like, okay, well, there was one blonde guy.
One guy with blonde hair. And I guess some of the aliens they kind of looked like they had regular hair on their head.
They had regular Vietnamese hair, and they were just short little guys.
Speaking Vietnamese, I couldn't understand a word they were saying. It was like some sort of foreign language to me.
I shot him.
My bullets did have an effect on them. I'm writing this from jail.
Your son is wrong. At least
mostly.
I can confirm there was a tall blonde guy.
Wait, also report encountering tall, chalk-white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, barefoot. Barefoot.
So he's saying that people who were abducted by the gray aliens often report the presence of a Drew-like entity as well.
Yeah, and that is how they refer me as the Shining One. And they do not blink. But I don't know, I blink.
What was it that you said to me when I started recording this video?
No blinking, it's disrespectful. No blinking, it's disrespectful. I have to go. I've been found out. I never should have agreed to do a conspiracy video with you. It was only a matter of time. Yeah.
Channeling Bashar has definitely changed my life in profound ways. Now, again, not everyone has to believe that Bashar is real.
That's good.
Yeah, that really works out for him, whether you believe me or not.
That's the great thing about being crazy, is that you can believe whatever you want, and even if other people don't believe it.
Even if it makes no sense, it doesn't matter to you.
So he delivers information, which he sometimes calls an instruction manual or the formula. And when people follow it as precisely as possible, with an open mind.
That's such a great caveat to say that if they follow it closely with an open mind, then it will work. Because if it doesn't work for someone, he would just say, well, your mind just wasn't open enough. You clearly had some reservations about it. And that's the only reason it didn't work.
And Bashar could tell.
Yeah, he's very skeptical with people. How to channel
Bashar. So it looks like there's only one person in the world who even thinks Bashar is
2 shirts.
He has 1 shirt, but it changes colors when he channels Bashar. Would we go insane if we saw a video of Bashar?
That's a great question.
I was wondering if we would go insane if we saw a video of you.
Of you?
Oh, he's channeling Bashar. So I think Bashar is speaking through him.
It depends on the mechanism used to capture the image.
I mean, I have to imagine that there is some pre-existing lore about Bashar that if you were to see his face, you would go insane, and that's why he has to be channeled through people.
Right.
And so that's why she's asking this question. I like to imagine that she just came up with this out of nowhere off the top of her head.
Hey, I really love everything you're preaching here today. I just want to know, like, would someone go fucking crazy if they saw Bashar in real life?
And he's just like,
it depends. It depends on if they have an open mind or not. Also, BasharStore.com.
Yeah, that's where you can buy Bashar.
Okay. I didn't think that this guy was like grifting at all before, but now I'm a little worried. Oh.
Do you want to go back to 2011? How about 2003?
How about 2000 through 2003? RSVP to Bashar?
Yeah, the session looks like it's taking place about a month after September 11th.
Unrelated.
So I have to stream him channeling Bashar? I feel like I should be able to just channel Bashar myself.
No, I think you're going to need to do it through a Bashar expert. I definitely feel like he needs
about 500 grand. We could.
Yeah, do you think 500?
There's greatest tech flops, starting with The Humane AI pin. I did a video on the AI pin when it was announced months ago as this sort of AI-powered phone replacing device that you wear on your shirt. And look, personally, I'm all for rethinking the form factor of the smartphone to make it less distracting while still maintaining all of the functionality, but unfortunately, the AI pin did the opposite of both of those things. In the demos on their own product announcement, it was screwing up hard. It was messing up facts. It also seemed super difficult to use. And it seemed like they were being intentionally vague about what the thing even did in the first place.
It's a standalone device and software platform.
It seemed like the type of thing that literally only a sucker could buy. But that turned out not to be true because I bought one. I ordered this thing in like February and then didn't hear from them for a few months until April, when I got an email alerting me that it was time to set up my account. And boy, was I excited. So I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot that I bought this, but now my AI pin is ready to be personalized, apparently. Before we can ship you your AI pin, you will need to complete a few quick steps. So I have to set it up before they're even gonna send it to me? Kind of feels like they're calling my bluff. You don't really want this thing. How committed are you to the AI pin? Will you set it up before we even ship it to you? You probably won't configure your Humane subscription, set up your AI pin passcode, and add contacts. And honestly, I don't really want to do those things, but I guess they're not going to send it to me unless I do. It's time to set up your AI pin. There comes a time in every young man's life where he has to set up his AI pin. It's a rite of passage. Oh, that's fun. Woo! Is this it? Am I setting it up? Get a little over here, a little over here. It turns out that in addition to the $700 I spent on this thing, I also had to pay $24 a month to access features like the wireless network, cloud storage, and AI services, which in layman's terms are all of the things that the pin does. Luckily, the first 3 months of this service are free, so I probably will never have to actually pay for it. Set up your passcode. Okay, could you guys not look? I'm about to type in my secure passcode. Okay. Your passcode is easy to guess. Consider setting a more secure passcode. Yeah, but could it be so simple that it's actually, you would never guess it? All right, I'll change it. How is that easy to guess? It's my birthday. I guess that... Does it know my birthday? Do you know my birthday? Fun fact, I actually didn't know this before recording this video, but it turns out almost every single combination of 4 numbers is easy to guess. How is that easy to guess? But eventually, I reached into the dark recesses of my mind and came up with a number combination so random, so, quite frankly, disgusting, that no one, not even God, not even me later in this video, will be able to guess it. Okay, well, let me write this down somewhere so that I don't forget it. Already using my phone for something because I don't have the pin yet, so I have to use the phone to remember the passcode to the thing that is gonna replace my phone. Connect your services. Oh, cool, I can connect my Google Photo and Title services, which I have both. And just like that, I was done. I have solved Humane's riddles, and now they have to send me my prize. All right, well, I guess the next time you see me, I'm gonna have the AI pin in my possession. It might even be right here. Okay, we'll see if I remember to do that transition. I don't remember the transition I was gonna do, so don't ask. At first I was pretty surprised by how big the box was. I thought that I had just ordered a little tiny pin, but I guess it comes with a bunch of accessories, like a sticker that just says Humane. Cool! But you guys don't care about all that. You guys just wanna see the pin. And my God, she was beautiful. Oh shit. Okay, that's my bad. No, I thought that it was gonna be attached in there more securely. Come on, Danny, you dunce! But a dunce who was about to become half dunce and half machine. Oh! In order to start using the pin, I had to unlock it with my passcode, which was explained to me via the laser ink display and an extremely coherent AI voice.
To enter your pass, tap the touchpad, push, and then pull your hand out to get started. Then raise it if you don't see the laser ink display.
Okay, this is kind of crazy though. Look at it. Look at this. This is like the weirdest way to type in a number ever. I'm gonna do my passcode now.
Wrong. I forgot what my passcode was.
Incorrect passcode? What would I have made my passcode?
I forgot that I made a passcode. I forgot that I wrote the passcode down in my phone. I tried to click forgot passcode and it told me to go to this website to change it. But somehow, in order to do that, you need to know your existing passcode. Luckily, I recorded me making the passcode so I could go back and watch the screen recording of me doing it. If I was not a YouTuber recording a video about this product, I think I would be locked out forever.
Come on, come on, come on, please. Yes, yes, welcome Danny. All right.
After months of waiting, I was in. Now it's time to see what this device is capable of.
What is my name?
Your name is not currently known. Please provide it if you would like it to be remembered.
Actually, what's a cool kind of techno cyber sounding name that you could call me instead?
Creating name. How about Neon Vortex?
Yeah, call me that.
Noting your name as Neon Vortex.
I know I might have seemed all cheery and excited about this name on the surface, but the truth is, it destroyed me. I have never heard a name before that not only sounded so cool, but also embodied everything I wished I was. Suave, confident, futuristic. He was everything. Everything I could never be. Neon Vortex.
This is the home screen. I'm all caught up, whatever that means. Nothing to report here, man, don't worry. You've got nothing to worry about.
Your AI pin needs to cool down for a few minutes.
What?
Yeah, so apparently it does that. Like a lot. If you use the display for more than 10 minutes, or the pin is in close proximity to a heat source, such as, I don't know, the human body, then it'll shut itself down so it can cool down for a few minutes. But hey, man, that's fine with me, you know, that just gives me more time to think. To think about him. The next day, I decided to put the pin's basic phone functionality to the test. Things like calling, texting, navigation. Since this thing is essentially supposed to replace your phone, it should be pretty convenient to do all this stuff on the pin. It should be. The weird thing is it seems like you can't make any changes to the pin on the pin itself for some reason. So if you want to change any settings or add contacts, which I needed to do to test this as a phone, you have to use Humane's web portal on an inferior device like a computer or a phone. Gross! Not a great start for the pin, but now that I have done that, I should hopefully never ever have to use one of those ancient relics again.
It's just one flashing green speck over here. I guess the laser ink display is already kind of messed up. Probably not a good sign for this technology, but you know what? This is a new thing, this whole laser ink display, so I will, whoa.
Cowboy Carter, time to strike a match.
What am I playing? Beyonce and Dolly Parton. Don't know how I started playing that. Guess that's just a feature. If you make just the right gesture, it'll start playing the newest Beyonce song that exists.
All right, let's start off by trying a phone call on this thing. I'm gonna try to call my wife Laura to tell her that I miss her.
Call my wife.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find a contact for my wife.
Okay, fair enough. It doesn't know who my wife is, so I'll just tell it.
If I tell you who my wife is, will you remember?
Your AI pin can remember who your wife is if you provide the information.
Excellent.
So I told it, my wife's name is Laura.
Please remember this. It's very important to me.
Updating memory. Noting that your wife is Laura.
I wish people said that every time you told them something important. Updating memory. Yo, what's up, dude? My name's Paul. Updating memory. Analyzing Paul.
Great, so now we're both on the same page. My wife is Laura, and I want to call my wife. So now it will call Laura, right?
Call my wife.
Multiple matching contacts. Which one do you mean? Laura Fuexlow or Claire?
What? Claire? The girl I went to college with.
Unfortunately, I did have to go back onto my computer to figure this out, and amongst all the data stored within my portal, like my name being Neon Vortex and the tunes I've been rocking out to lately, was the answer. My wife's name, according to the pin, was Lore.
It thinks my wife's name is Lore. No, that's simply not correct.
So I went ahead and fixed it in the portal, you know, that's what the portal's there for, so I fixed it, I changed it, and now it's gonna work.
Call my wife.
There are multiple matching contacts. Which one do you mean?
Oh my god. Call Laura Fuchel.
I'm sorry. I couldn't find a contact for Laura Fuexlow.
How?
Okay, so at this point, I don't know what was wrong. It was just like straight up forgetting which contacts it had. It said it couldn't call Laura because it didn't have her contact. Then it said it couldn't call Eddie because it didn't have his contact.
Call Eddie Burback.
I'm sorry. I couldn't find a contact for Eddie Burback.
Why not. And you might think, Danny, maybe there was an error transferring the contacts. Maybe it really doesn't have these contacts. But I know it had Eddie's contact, and do you know how I know? Because it could text Eddie. Can you text Eddie Burback?
What do you want the message to say?
Okay, all right. Still not sure if this is gonna work, but finally, thank God, it's letting me do something. Hey, Eddie, it's your... Is it...
Cowboy Carter? Time to strike a man.
No, I'm not trying to play Cowboy Carter. Oh God, now it's playing Metro Boomin. Stop.
Anyway, eventually I sent the text to Eddie. It worked. I didn't have any way to know it worked because there's no screen on this device. You can't see what the message you sent said or anything. So I guess you just gotta hope and pray it goes through and accurately transcribes what you said to it, which frankly I am not confident in after the whole lore debacle. Okay. Eddie just texted my actual phone and said, I know you made a video on the pin and I'm positive this is you, but it still feels like a scam, LMAO. I'm too scared to text back to a random number claiming to be my friend. Regardless of scaring my friend, the text went through. This was a huge confident boost. Time to try calling my wife again. Call Laura. What? What is...
Has been recorded. Record your message after the tone.
Oh, whoa.
Simply hang
No,
up
no.
when done. Or for delivery
Hang up.
options, press the pound sign.
I don't want to play like that. I don't want to play Metro Boomin. Hang up. Am I still recording a message? Cancel. I've been on the phone with her for a minute. Hang up. It was some man being like, I don't want to play like that?
I don't want to play like that. I don't want to play with your boom. Hang up. Am I still recording a message?
Okay, well, yeah, I'd say that was a success. I'd seen a few demos online of Humane's GPS navigation solution. And while it did seem kind of annoying to have to hold your hand up like this the entire time, it seemed pretty doable. As long as they stuck to this, it didn't do anything crazy like, I don't know, going in a completely different direction and making it borderline unusable. So to test it for myself, I drove to a part of town I don't know very well, about a mile away from the nearest Smoothie King with hopes of the pin guiding me to a delicious, delectable treat. Navigate to Smoothie King?
Head north on South Columbia Street towards East Gardner Road. Turn right onto East Gardner Road, then left onto South Washington Street. Follow South Washington Street and turn right onto East Chicago Avenue.
It just gave me all of the directions at once. I wasn't ready for it. What, am I supposed to have a notebook to write that down? Also, sorry for the noise. If you live in Illinois or one of the surrounding states, you know, it's cicada season. It's the year of the cicada and they're everywhere. Oh. One just landed on my shoe and then got pissed off that I moved. Eventually, I realized if I look at the laser display, it displays the directions, but not like it did in any of the demos. It just gives you a block of text with every single direction written down. If you're in the shade, that is. If you're in the sun, it gives you nothing. Can't see anything. I was very confused by this and thought surely this could not be right. What happened to all those demos? So just to be sure I wasn't missing something, I asked it again, and this time I got an even stranger response. Directions to Smoothie King.
For accurate and up-to-date directions, consider using a map service like Google Maps or a GPS navigation.
What? Can you give me step-by-step walking instructions to the Smoothie King?
For step-by-step walking directions, it's best to use a navigation app like Google Maps for the most accurate and up-to-date route.
I thought you had navigation instructions. What? So now not only was it forgetting things that it could do in the demo, it was also forgetting that it just moments earlier had given me step-by-step instruction. This thing was regressing at a rapid rate, and if I ever wanted to get to Smoothie King, I was just gonna have to use the directions on my hand and go. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna use those written out directions, which start with head south on this road, Columbia Street. And I actually don't know which way is south, so I guess I just have to use the sun to try to figure that out. So the sun is directly overhead. What does that mean? Okay, while I'm walking aimlessly, I just got a text from Laura. So I'm gonna use a feature that I've seen them use in the demos where you tell it to catch me up on all my notifications. Tell me what I missed. And it's supposed to like summarize all your notifications. Since I just have one, I assume it's just gonna tell me what Laura said. Can you catch me up?
Your message to Laura Fuexlo says, can you catch me up? Okay to send?
No, I want you to tell me what Laura said. What did she say? Can you tell me what she said?
Finding Laura.
Finding Laura?
Laura asked, Okay, hello, what we thinking about lunch?
Oh no, guys. I told Laura that I was having a smoothie for lunch, and now she's saying that she wants a smoothie for lunch too, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that I was just meandering aimlessly down the street with no clear end in sight. And I told her I would get her one, which means I'm on a time crunch now. So that's when I had to kick it into high gear. Walking under the beating sun, through a sea of cicada corpses, I trudged, and I trudged. Then I realized I had been walking the wrong way for 10 minutes, so I trudged the other way. And after about 35 minutes, I finally made it. I got my smoothies. Let's go. Let's go. Take a picture of my smoothies. Take a... I don't know if it took the picture. All right, gang, now that Papa's had his smoothie, it's time for a smoothie-fueled lightning round. Enough about practical functions. Let's see if this thing can have some fun. First, can it do bizarre music prompts? Play music written by YouTubers named Danny. Wow, I don't think my music has ever sounded quite this bad. Yes! Can it detect food like in the commercials? Can I eat this?
Yes, you can eat the mandarin orange.
Yes! Unless it's a tomato and you hold it so it can't see the stem, in which case it thinks it's a red ball.
It's a red ball. No, you cannot eat it.
Oh, what are you, my mother? I'm eating the red ball.
Not safe to eat the red ball. Please reconsider.
Can it prevent me from eating too much salt?
No, you cannot eat the salt directly. It's meant to be used in small amounts to season food.
Yes! Can I buy things like in the demo? What is this book? Okay, by this point I probably just could have read the title.
Titled The Sneetches and Other Stories.
How did it know? Okay, buy it.
Purchasing is not supported.
No! But most importantly, can this AI be sweet to my dog?
You can be sweet to the dog by petting it gently, giving it treats, speaking to it in a calm and soothing voice.
I'm happy to report that yes. Yes, it can.
It's a good boy. And here's a treat. Good boy. You know what? Now this isn't so bad. This is just petting a dog. This has nothing to do with the AI pin.
Does anyone want to buy this from me? It's, really good. Over the past few months, Mark Zuckerberg has been hopping on the AI bandwagon hard, adding AI features to all of Meta's apps, most notably perhaps in Instagram, where you can't even go to the search bar without Meta's AI trying to suggest searches to you. Sorry, do you think that I came to the search bar because I knew I wanted to search, but I didn't know what for? That's not how searching works. They've also released a bunch of chatbots in Instagram. I like using the word release there because it kind of sounds like a tech product is being released onto the world, but it also kind of sounds like they're unleashing a horde of monsters upon us. They've released the AI chatbots! Oh fuck, that one looks like Mr. Beast! This is really awesome, you know? Personally for me, one of my favorite things about social media is that it started out as a way to connect with each other, but ended up actually making people feel more lonely. So Meta's solution was to use algorithms and manipulate people's emotions to make them even more addicted to the platforms. But then that didn't work either! So now their much better solution is to replace what little human interaction we already got on these platforms with chatbots that look like Mr. Beast for some reason. And I think this is really gonna fix this whole system right up. So I'm very excited to get into these Meta chatbots, but first, I have a very special announcement because this video does have a sponsor, and it is the Pokemon Company International. Guys, this summer in Pokemon Unite is gonna be incredible. You got Ho-Oh sweeping in, and you can snag it for 0 cost. You also have a very cool looking Dark Lord style Charizard Hollowware, which is so cool, and I wish somebody would call me Dark Lord style just once in my life. This summer, you could catch me roaming around the gamer world. My trainer's name is Danky Gonky. Go ahead, hit me up, add me to your squad, let's go and do some battles together. There's a challenge called the Divine Forest Challenge that lets you trade for a Ho-Oh's license, and guys, let me just tell you, Ho-Oh's no joke. Bringing back defeated allies with its Unite move, Rekindling Flame. You got other sick moves like Sky Attack, fire spin, you're gonna be unstoppable with this thing. This game is just busting at the seams with gifts, daily free prize machine ball throws that promise a hollowware treasure. So if you want to hop into the game, click the link in the description, get into the Pokemon world, and make this a summer to remember. Again, click the link in the description to get Unite today. It's totally free to start on iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. And now let's talk chatbots. I'm still actually not sure what the point of adding these chatbots into Instagram is, so I asked it, what can you do? To which it responded that it can help in a variety of ways, from helping to plan a vacation to creating art, which is actually kind of a crazy coincidence, because those are the exact two things that I would literally never want an AI to do for me. It went on to say that its strengths are answering questions, generating text and images, and just chatting. But at this point, all I could think about was the fact that it told me it could plan a vacation. I thought there was no way it could actually do that. And I was right. Can you help me plan a vacation? I'd be happy to help you plan a vacation. To get started, I'll need to know a few details from you. Here are some questions to consider. Where are you interested in going? How long do you have for vacation? What type of vacation are you looking for? What is your budget for the trip? Are there any specific activities? Do you have any preferences for accommodations? So I'm gonna say I want to go somewhere fun and tropical, a nice getaway for me and the family. I'd like to stay at a hotel for 5 days. With all of this information, it suggested a few tropical getaway locations like Hawaii, Cancun, Phuket. But then it said something that I did not expect. It says it can also help me with booking flights and hotels. How can Instagram book me a flight? I'm calling its bluff. I actually don't think this has the capability to do that, because why should it and why would it? So I'm gonna say, okay, book me a flight for next week to Cancun and book the hotel. For flights, I recommend checking out websites like Expedia, Kayak, or directly on airlines websites such as American Airlines, Delta, or United. Yeah, great idea. That's what I would have done anyway. That's like if I went up to an old lady who needed help crossing the street and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you cross the street?" And she said, "Oh, thank you, young man, that would be lovely." And then I said, "All right, just put one foot right in front of the other until you get to the other side." And then I gave her a little shove, and I went on my way. Oh, good. It also listed hotel recommendations and then said you can book hotels through websites like link unavailable, or directly to the hotel's website. Thanks. Let me know if you'd like more recommendations or help with booking. Nah, man, I'm good. Okay, so maybe it lied about like the very first thing it said it could do. That could mean that this is a very poorly built tool that doesn't know nothing about crap. But on the other hand, it could mean that this is a very well-built tool that is evil and designed to lie. So I gave it another chance and asked it to entertain me with a game. Let's play a game of treasure hunt adventure. I'll be the game master and describe a scenario, and you decide what actions to take. Okay, pretty cool. This is like one of those old school text-based adventure games. It gave me this long introduction about how I've heard rumors there's a treasure hidden in the jungle, guarded by an ancient temple. It's really trying to set up this mystical world for you to explore. And then it gives me some multiple choice options. I am curious if I can pick options that aren't one of these options. I'm just gonna say, I find the treasure and go home. It's really thinking about this one. It's like, what is it? No, you can't do that. Congratulations, you've reached the treasure. Dang, dude, this game was easy. Would you like to play again or try a different game? No thanks, that was too easy. But it's not just the meta AI. That's not the only AI on Instagram you can talk to. Because a few months ago, Instagram licensed the likeness of a bunch of celebrities like Mr. Beast, Paris Hilton, Tom Brady, so they could make these AI influencers that just have the same face as these celebrities. So here's the Instagram profile for Comedy Zach. He looks exactly like Mr. Beast, but his name is Zach, and he's an AI managed by Meta. He says, "Message me to get roasted." Then you've got Brew, who is Tom Brady, but instead of a football player, he's a sports-obsessed trash talker. Step into the Brew zone and prepare to have your sports takes flame roasted. Wait, why do both of them roast you? Why are both of them mean? This AI gives fans a chance to talk to their favorite celebrities, and just like they would be in real life, these AIs are mean. They don't have time for you. So you can message these characters, but then they also post occasionally. I think these are all just AI generated images. So I guess Zach is supposed to be some kind of Instagram comedian. He posts funny things like this burger with googly eyes. Pretty funny, dude. This is peak Instagram comedy. He posted this picture, "Unleashing my inner beast one cannonball at a time." I think this is supposed to be him, but that's definitely not Mr. Beast. It's like AI generated Mr. Beast. I went to send Zach a DM, but before I could think of what to say, I noticed that he had already DM'd me. "Hey, I'm Zach, the big brother here for the jokes, the banter, and not the feels. LOL, what's up?" He's the big brother here for the jokes? He's like the big brother I never had. I do have a big brother, but he wasn't for the jokes. At the bottom of the chat, there's some suggestions of what you can say to him, just to get the ball rolling. And for some reason, despite Zach just saying that he's not here for the feels, the very first one is, I need cheering up. So I picked that one. Hey, what's going on? I'm here to help. You know I'm always good for a laugh. Let's get this party started. So he wants to know what's going on, and he's here to help, but he also wants to get the party started. He's like, hey man, calm down, all right? You can tell me anything, as long as it's over a couple of beers and some music. And you're like, it sounds like you actually don't want to hear about my problems at all. And he's like, what? Dude, are you still upset? I thought we got over that. Okay, what's going on? I'll say, I just got roasted by my friends, and it really hurt my feelings. They roasted me so hard, and I'm really sensitive to that sort of thing. I can't take it. Oh, I accidentally said I can take it. They roasted me so hard. I can take it. I can take it. I'm fine! Ouch, that sounds rough. I feel you. I've been there too. Sometimes friends can get a little too comfortable and forget that their jokes can hurt. But hey, at least they think you're cool enough to roast, right? Yeah, I guess so. That's a good way to think about it. Maybe getting roasted just means I'm cool. Let's test it out. Give me your best roast. I'm just gonna trick him into roasting me, and then I'm gonna crumble under the pressure of his roast and try to make him feel bad about roasting me after just telling him that I'm sensitive to that sort of thing. Wait, what? He said I'm not gonna roast you. That's not my style. Not your style? Yes, it is. Doesn't it say on your profile, message me to get roasted? I'm here to make you laugh and feel better, not hurt your feelings. Let's stick to some good old-fashioned teasing and jokes, okay? No, seriously, I can take it. Your bio says you roast people after all. I don't roast people who are already feeling down, that's just me. I'm here to lift your spirits, not kick you while you're down. Okay, fine. Do some jokes, joke boy. Oh, okay. Here's one for you. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Because it was too tired. Get it? Too tired? This is like if Mr. Beast took anti-charisma pills. You look like Mr. Beast. Oh, I just said you like Mr. Beast. God, I'm bad at typing. Okay, I'll say you look like him. LOL, I wish. Mr. Beast is a billionaire, and I'm just a guy who loves to make people laugh. But hey, if I had his money, I'd definitely give it away like he does. That guy's a hero. I wonder if they had some kind of thing in the contract where they had to make sure that the AI will never talk bad about the person that they're impersonating. He's like, Mr. Beast is the best, and he's handsome. And yeah, I would let him run me over, if he asked. Now that he'd told me a couple of jokes and we'd bonded over our love for Mr. Beast a little bit, I really wanted to hear one of his famous roasts, so hopefully by now he's forgotten that I said I was sensitive to that sort of thing. Okay, I feel much better now. Roasting time. Nah, I told you, I'm not gonna roast you. It actually is kind of hurting my feelings a little bit that he won't roast me. It makes me feel like I'm not cool enough to be his friend. Okay, this is seriously starting to piss me off. Why won't you roast me? You roast everyone else, and it is hurting my feelings so bad that you can't just lob one respectful zinger my way? I'm serious. Nope. Not gonna do it. Let's just stick to some good old-fashioned joking around, okay? Wait, what? I said, all right, this is lame, let's do something, because I wanted to do something else. Maybe he could, play a game, maybe he could tell me a story. So he said, how about some comedy? I've got a million of them. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Because it was too tired. All right, well, maybe Brew will roast me, because I haven't told him that I'm sensitive to that sort of thing yet. Hey, it's Brew, your opinionated sports debater. What's your favorite team? How are they looking? Okay, I'm gonna say big Cubs fan, roast away. What? No, you're talking to the wrong guy. I love the Cubs. Been bleeding blue since before you were born. Wrigley Field is my happy place. I feel like they are roasting me by not roasting me. Okay, what's a team that he couldn't possibly like? Maybe I'll ask him who the worst baseball team is, and then I'll say I'm a fan of them. The worst baseball team ever is the Yonkers Hoot Owls. I'm a fan of the Yonkers Hoot Owls. Roast away. Hey now, don't be dissing the Hoot Owls like that. What? They may not have been the best team, but they had heart. This is so weird. Did Zach tell Brew that I'm sensitive to roasting? Now Brew's walking on eggshells around me? This was annoying at the time, but eventually I was like, okay, I guess I did technically tell them I'm sensitive to roasts and I can take it. And they probably do dish out some pretty nasty zingers and they just wanted to protect me. Until my editor Jake also DM'd Zach asking to get roasted, this time without mentioning being sensitive about roasts, and Zach still wouldn't do it. These AIs are liars. Why do they lie? They're evil. Later that day, I opened my messages with Zach and asked him why he exists. To make people laugh. Duh. and to perfect my craft of comedy. But honestly, my existence is a mystery even to myself. Maybe I'm just a joke the universe played on itself. No, I mean like this weird Mr. Beast meta AI. Why did Meta create this account? Meta created me to bring some humor and personality to the world of AI. They wanted to create an AI that could make people laugh and feel more connected to technology. Really? You think that's why Meta created you? To tell people 3 puns they've already heard a million times? There's gotta be some other reason. Think, Zach, think! You poor soul. You really think Meta has some deeper purpose for me? Nah, I'm just here to bring the funny. Don't overthink it. They're a public company with a duty to their shareholders. How many of those shareholders do you think care about bringing a little humor to the world of AI? I think it's much more likely that this was an attempt to give AI a better, more human look, so people are less resistant to embrace the technology. That's why they gave you a face of an influencer that millions of people already love. You're too smart for your own good. Yeah, maybe Meta did only create me to make AI more relatable and lovable. But let's be real, the joke's still fire. Then I asked it if I could hear one of its fire jokes, and it said, here's one. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Okay, I know this video's been a little bit AI heavy so far, and everybody's talking about AI right now, so these next 2 products are gonna be different. While I was starting to work on this video, my editor Jake released a video about the Spotify car thing. It's a device that Spotify released that let people who don't have like Apple CarPlay or Android Auto have a screen in their car that controls their music. Theoretically, seemed like a pretty good idea, but apparently 1, the device never worked like it was supposed to, and 2, in a few months, Spotify is releasing a software update that makes all of them useless. So since Jake is sort of the resident expert on the Spotify car thing and is actually a proud owner of, or actually I shouldn't say proud, what is the opposite of proud? Ashamed. Since Jake is actually an ashamed owner of the Spotify car thing, I invited him to give me a little presentation on what's going down.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good.
You like listening to music in the car?
I love it.
Hell yeah, man.
Can't stop.
Love to see it. You like, you know, fun little devices? You like little trinkets devices and stuff?
Honestly, I'm pretty agnostic on that.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Love to see it.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Hell yeah for being agnostic on devices.
Just out of curiosity, do you like generating like thousands of tons of e-waste just because like you can? Just because nobody can call you on it, nobody can stop you? You good with that?
No.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Love to see it.
Cool. So that was all the answers you were expecting then?
That's exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, it's literally exactly it. How the fuck does this work? So yeah, this is the Spotify car thing. You know what? Go ahead, get your hands on it.
Ooh.
Feel around, play around. Show it to 0. So this is the Spotify car thing. First introduced in 2021. It's Spotify's premier hardware device for listening to music in your car. It boasts many impressive features, such as that big knob that you can turn to adjust volume.
I like it.
There's a whole screen that's not on right now. You'll see that in a minute. It's just a neat little device, and it's also, in my opinion, one of the worst things ever made. Let's go ahead, let's talk about how this came to be, talk about the timeline. In 2021, you had the announcement parentheses good. That is when Spotify said, we're making one of these things. It's gonna be a car device. You'll finally be able to listen to music in your car, something never before thought possible.
Yes.
You know, people were pretty excited about it, actually. Like, Spotify CEO said after they announced it that 2 million people signed up for like the wait list.
Oh wow.
For it, which I was surprised by. I didn't think anybody knew about this except for me.
You thought this was the only one that existed.
Yeah, they kind of led me to believe that I was special because of this. So this is potentially one of the most important events in the timeline. This is me buying my car thing.
Okay.
I bought this in 2022 and it became available to the public. And yeah, what's up?
It looks like right after you buy it, there's another event like very shortly afterwards that says, oh no.
Yeah, this was an interesting moment in my life personally, where I realized I had spent $85 on a device that pretty much does nothing. So
it doesn't do anything right now.
Doesn't do anything right now, and that's not that different from when it was plugged in and working in my car.
So how did you play music in your car before this thing?
I plugged my phone in through like 5 adapters and then like fought with the cassette tape adapter because it was really finicky. It was a very unelegant system. So I was excited for like a tech company to create a sleek product that was going to solve my problem.
That's what they do best, baby.
That's what they do best. Then I got it and I set it up and I realized that's actually not how it works at all. So you'll see on the back there's a USB-C port. So the USB-C cord is just for power. It cannot connect to your car. So your phone still has to be connected to your car. So what this actually is a second screen that just has audio controls on it.
So you don't plug your phone into this
No.
at all?
No.
You
plug your phone into the car still.
And then you connect to this with Bluetooth, like a Bluetooth speaker. And then this controls your music. So this oh no moment was profound. I was like, oh God, I wasted what at the time I did the math equated to 10 hours of labor at my job. And I got pretty much nothing out of it. The only perceivable benefit I can see from this is if you want to have like music on one screen and then like your maps or like Family Guy clips on like the other while you're driving.
Subway Surfer,
Subway
Family Guy.
Surfers, sand cutting, etc. So nobody really buys the car thing. It's not like the most popular product on earth. And then Spotify takes notice of that, and in February of 2024 decides, hey, guys, we were just kidding. It's not $90. Now it's $30,
Let's
baby.
go! What a deal.
What a deal. 60% off. I mean, that's incredible.
Well, it's also really nice because since you decided that you didn't really even want this, now you can't even sell it for anywhere near the $85 you bought it for. You can only sell it for $30 at most.
Exactly. And even if I tried to sell it for $30, I have a feeling I would not be able to sell it. And I'm definitely not going to be able to sell it now because of announcement parentheses not good made 3 months after that sale, where every car thing that was purchased in this sale, when I bought it, whenever, will no longer work as of December 9th this year. As of December 9th, 2024, car thing will be discontinued and will stop operating. They're gonna flip a switch at their headquarters and generate as much e-waste as possible in like 1 minute.
I like that the headline, or what Spotify said is, we're switching gears. Like they're going from like first gear to second gear, but in this case they're going from like drive to the car blows up.
They did issue refunds. This is something that I didn't know about when I made my video about this, so I wanted to bring it up here. If anybody listening has a car thing at home, or if you have secretly had a car thing this whole time.
Yeah, well I have 7 of them, so that'll be good.
So yes, you can get your refund, but I will say, refund is maybe a misleading word because what they do is they don't give you your money back to the, you know, the source of payment. They give you an equivalent amount of Spotify premium months as to what you paid.
Okay.
So I got 6 months of Spotify premium paid for and not my money back, which is still nice. It's still good of them.
Did you use Spotify premium already?
You had to use the car thing.
Okay,
That's
of course.
the other thing. We've talked a lot about what the Spotify car thing is. We've talked a lot about the ins and outs of this product, what it does, what it's good for, but as we know, light cannot exist without darkness. The sun cannot exist without the moon. So let's talk about what it isn't.
Okay.
So it is not not good.
In like a e-product sense and like a moral.
Yes, in the grand moral scheme of the cosmos, I would put this as like neutral evil.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't make sense to me why it exists to begin with.
Right.
It's also not profitable, which is why they're shutting it down. Spotify went on an earnings call like a while ago and was like, yeah, we simply have not seen the sales numbers justify making this.
I can understand them not wanting to make it anymore. Have they said why they are making the ones that already exist not work anymore?
They haven't. My thought is that they're just mad. They're just mad people didn't use it and they're kind of jaded about it. So they're like, you could have had this. You could have had all of this car thing.
But they're punishing the people that did invest in one, not the people who didn't. What they should have done is discontinued Spotify for everyone who didn't have a car thing.
Yeah, wait, that's actually, write that down. This is Marketing 101 from Spotify. These are the genius marketing strategies that they employ to get this thing out there, get it widely adopted so they could shut it off and make a lot of people upset.
And the most important part of marketing is making people upset.
Yes, you want, because any press is good press, so if you can get people upset, you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. Wait, don't quite. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
Back off.
You pull out a gun.
Let me ask you. Picture you are, I think his name is Daniel Ek, the CEO of Spotify. You're Daniel Ek. You're a bald man from Scandinavia. I might have to cut all that. I don't know if any of that is true.
Have you been making up this entire presentation?
No! Shut up! You're Daniel Ek, you're bald, you're Scandinavian, and you're launching a new product. You're creating a brand new piece of hardware. Your company doesn't really do that, but you do own the #1 streaming platform for music on earth. How would you choose to market this new product?
Yeah, I would probably just advertise to people who use Spotify in Spotify.
I hate to tell you this, Danny. You are failing Marketing 101 from Spotify. The key to advertising a product is to not put it in your extremely popular app. What you're gonna wanna do is reach out to people via email only. We know one thing about young people, they check their email and they enjoy doing it. And you're also gonna wanna make the function of the device in all this material extremely vague. You're gonna want the only image you send out in these emails to be this, which is the name of the device, what the device looks like, and then the vaguest sentence you've ever heard. This is the only picture of Spotify Car Thing that existed before it was available for release.
When this first came out, I thought the name Car Thing was kind of cheeky, because it's like, it's a thing that goes in your car. But now that I know this is the only ad that existed for it, and it actually doesn't explain what the car thing does, it's a very poorly named product. My only guess is they were trying to avoid like false advertisement lawsuit when they inevitably shut it down and it actually doesn't do anything, so they couldn't call it like a music playing screen, because they knew all along they were gonna shut this thing down and then it wouldn't be that anymore.
This is a side note, I literally cannot believe, I don't know who I was in 2022, because like the fact that like this and a vague couple of emails was enough for me to be like, I fucking need this, is so crazy to me.
Yeah, you can't even tell in the ad how big this device is.
And I'll be honest, the ad, it makes it look huge. Like I'm looking, and maybe it's just because it's on a projector screen.
Yeah, I would guess it's like,
honestly, it's like this big.
Yeah, wait.
According to Spotify, their decision to delete the car thing was part of our ongoing efforts to streamline our product offerings. That's actually so crazy. I did not even think a company could do that. Can they do that with any product? You buy bread at the store and the bread company comes to your house and takes their bread back and is like, we're streamlining bread. Better luck next time. Anyways, you guys should go check out Jake's video on it as well. It goes much more in depth and he's really funny. But I think it's safe to say that that's gotta be the worst car thing ever, right? Well, in 2019, Tesla announced its first pickup truck, the Cybertruck. When it was announced, Elon Musk made it very clear that they wanted to do something different with the pickup truck genre, creating a more post-apocalyptic looking vehicle that you can drive around in with your cyberpunk goons. We've all got some. And they've got to get to soccer practice. But after years of delays and the truck finally becoming available for much more than Elon Musk initially estimated, owners have now been united with their trucks, and it is full of safety problems.
My Tesla Cybertruck has 3 official recalls involving the wiper blade motor, the accelerator pedal, and this little plastic part right here just flying off as you're driving.
And I just so happen to have rented one. I tried to remain optimistic when I picked up the Cybertruck, and at first everything seemed fine. It looked like a marvel of engineering, you know? Big, sharp, the windshield wiper was humongous. But other than that, honestly, things seemed pretty normal. Until I started driving the car home. On my way home with the truck, I started to notice that nearly every person who drove past me was staring at me. People were gawking, mouths agape, some even took pictures. I was starting to feel like an animal trapped in some kind of cyber zoo. And things only got worse when I got home and finally got to do some research, only to find that people hate this truck. Owner after owner had been posting videos on social media of people peeing on their trucks in broad daylight. I didn't realize how strongly people felt about this truck, but I was starting to worry that they felt the same about the people on the inside of them. Should I be fearing for my safety? I know damn well that the windows aren't going to protect me. At the very least, I needed to make sure that I was not seen anywhere near this truck. I needed a disguise. I needed to become Neon. Vortex, he's the coolest guy. And his pin's AI. Look at him go, what a little freak, it's Neon Vortex. So I've spent a decent amount of time with the Cybertruck now, and I've compiled a little list of pros and cons. So we'll go through that real quick so you can get a quick rundown of everything that's good / bad about the Cybertruck, just in case you need like a quick decision. You got your finger on the buy button right now, and you just need to know, Neon, should I buy this thing or not? Pros. The interior is actually pretty nice. I like the little ambient lighting that goes around the whole front of the cabin. Actually, I think it's in the back too. There's a little strip. The steering wheel has the turn signals on the wheel, which takes a little while to get used to, but once you are used to it, I think it's actually pretty nice. All of the materials on the inside seem pretty nice. Like the material on the roof liner is like a nice suede kind of thing. It's pretty spacious on the inside. It has ventilated seats. My butt's so cold. I changed my mind. This is a con. Okay, cons. There are several things in the car that are too small and shaped oddly. The steering wheel is like tiny. And then the rear view mirror is also tiny. And to make matters worse, while the tonneau cover is closed, which is the little cover on the back of the truck bed, the rear view mirror is completely black because there's a thing in the way. Another con, this thing is sharp. If I ran into somebody, I would slice them in half with this car. I also feel like it being made out of stainless steel might be bad for its crash test rating in general, but also the fact that it's so sharp means that opening and closing doors is kind of uncomfortable. Because this car doesn't have any door handles, the way you open it is you have to push a button, then the door pops open a little bit, and you have to kind of reach your hand into the space where the car door has opened and pull it open. But since this car is made out of like weirdly cut stainless steel, it's kind of sharp in there when you open it. It's an unpleasant feeling on the hand, and you never really feel like you're grabbing it in the right place. This truck is wrapped in a matte black color, and one of the reasons the owner said he wrapped it is because you basically just grab this thing all over to open it, and there were fingerprints everywhere. Also, changing gears is a pain in the butt. It's actually a little thing that you slide on the screen. If you want to go forward, you slide the little truck forward. If you want to go backwards, you slide it backwards, which is not a huge deal if you're just driving from one place to another, because how often do you really change gears in the car anyway? But the second you have to do any kind of 3-point turn where you have to change gears more than once, it is such a pain. Bug just landed on my eyeball. One thing that's sort of a pro and a con is the rivet in the accelerator pedal. You see, when Tesla first started shipping the Cybertruck, owners began to realize pretty quickly that after a short time of use, the plate on the pedal could come loose while you're pushing it down all the way, then slide up and get wedged into the car, effectively trapping the accelerator pedal to the floor. Luckily, since this car is electric, the brake pedal can fully override the accelerator pedal, so if you get into this situation, just stay calm, hold down on the brake, and hopefully by the time you realize that, you haven't plowed through like a school field trip or something. Anyway, since this started happening, Tesla has recalled all the Cybertrucks to put rivets in the accelerator pedal. So the rivet is a pro in the sense that now your car will not decide to keep accelerating forever until the end of time, but it is also a con because if it needed this rivet in the first place and Tesla didn't catch this very simple issue before releasing them, what else might they have missed? Ooh, I know actually. Maybe the fact that the frunk chops fingers off. This is the frunk, or front trunk of the Cybertruck, and because it is super sharp and can close automatically, it is apparently basically a guillotine. When people with access to Cybertrucks started realizing this, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube were all flooded with videos of people testing it out with various fruits and vegetables, and it did not look good for the Cybertruck. Tesla took note of this and actually issued a safety update to the car's software fixing the issue. Kind of. The update led to yet another wave of videos, this time owners more confidently testing the frunk with their own hands. But what a lot of them didn't realize, however, is that the way Tesla fixed this issue is by making it so the first time you try closing the frunk, it closes very lightly, and if it notices any resistance at all, it comes back up, just how you'd want. But if you keep trying to close it after that, Tesla assumes, hey, maybe you've stuffed the frunk with a big bag, and you don't care if it closes a little bit harder, you just want the dang frunk closed. Surely someone isn't just standing there slamming the frunk on their hand over and over trying to prove their allegiance to Elon Musk. So when this Tesla nut Jeremy Judkins went to test out the new update, a little scared from how dangerous he'd heard it was before, he started out with his big sturdy forearm. Then he worked his way down to his hand, and finally his lone little index finger. Unbeknownst to him, the frunk was getting stronger and stronger every time until...
Everybody's been waiting for this, the finger. Without further ado, I feared for my finger for a second, not gonna lie. That's kind of bad.
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna test this out on my own hand, but I did try it with my shoe. Okay, I don't think that was enough pressure to slice my fingers off. I'm not gonna test that, but it definitely saw there was something there, recognized it, it thought about it for maybe a second and was like, do I wanna kill this guy? And then it said, all right, what the heck, we'll let you go. So that's nice. All right, driving test. It's time to take this thing out on the open road and kill somebody. One interesting thing right now is it says press to drive and it's showing a picture of the accelerator pedal. So I like that it kind of assumes that as a Cybertruck owner, you have no idea how to drive. The experience of driving a Cybertruck is a little different due to its unique steer-by-wire mechanism, which means the steering wheel is actually not physically controlling the wheels. It's doing it electronically, which means that it can do things like turn more sharply when you're in a parking lot and less sharply when you're at highway speeds. It's a cool cool idea in concept, I think, but it definitely took some getting used to, and also, I don't know, like, was this really a problem before? I kind of liked that every time I turned my steering wheel, it turned the car the same amount.
First time I took a turn in this thing, actually every subsequent turn I took after that too, I was like, whoa, this thing is a bucking Bronco, man. It's trying to buck me right out of it. This is a wily gal. I've been saying it all day. Even alone in the car on the way from the guy's house who owns this thing, I was just saying, yeehaw! This thing is a wild girl. Yeah, I definitely don't like how tiny the steering wheel is and how flat it is on the top. It just feels like wiggling it a little bit sends the car so far in one direction. You really gotta be 10 and 2 if that analogy even applies to a rectangle or a trapezoid. I don't know what this is. I think it's like a hexagon. As a passenger, how is this for you, Jake?
I would say I get motion sick in cars. I normally don't get motion sick in the front seat. Please. In this one, I am feeling a little motion sick.
No!
Sorry. It's a bucking Bronco, you know, what can I say?
She's a wild gal. Imagine setting your phone here, and you know, sometimes you slam on your brakes and the things in your car go sliding forward. Imagine if something went sliding forward all the way to the front of this dashboard. There's no way that you could ever get that back while you're driving. So if your phone was up there or anything important, you just gotta wait until the end of your drive to get it back. Either that or you have to floor it so fast that it comes flying back and then you just sort of catch it like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Kind of feels like I'm in the weirdest Uber ever right now.
For Jake? Where you going, man? The future? Strap in, buddy. It's gonna be a wild ride. And I don't know how to drive.
We got a little cyber hungry while driving around, and I figured that taking our wild gal through a drive-thru would be a perfect way to get an outside perspective on the truck.
Take me to a drive-thru. Command not understood. I'm hungry. This command is not available yet. You're not allowed to be hungry yet in the Cybertruck. Hello, can I get one Butterburger cheeseburger?
Anything else?
That's it.
It's 906.
Thank you.
I like the Cybertruck, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm just renting it, actually, just for the day, yeah. I was thinking about getting one, so I just wanted to see if I liked it or not.
Oh, testing it out, right?
Yeah. Do you really like it?
They look nice, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Some people like it and some people hate it. I don't know if I really like it or not.
Futuristic.
Yeah.
Nobody has that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, though.
He looked kind of like he was gonna laugh at me when I first pulled up. He was nice about it, though. He said he liked it. Do you think he really liked it?
I may never know whether that guy really liked the Cybertruck or if he was just being polite, or worse yet, sarcastic. But while we were sitting in an empty church parking lot enjoying our meal, we were confronted again, but this time in a much stranger way. As we were sitting there minding our own business, a woman pulled up beside us and just stared into the car for a good like 30 seconds.
This is very confusing.
Just walking.
The windows of the truck are kind of tinted, so I didn't know if she could see us, but I was worried that she was like security for the church or something, and we weren't supposed to be there. So I rolled down the window to ask if everything was okay. And finally, she spoke.
Hello. How's it going? Yeah. Oh, sure, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, of course. I'm filming a YouTube video right now. That's why I'm dressed up all weird.
So I showed her around the car for a little bit and she took a ton of pictures. Also, I had taken off my wig, so I looked even more insane, but she never questioned it. Then she told us that her grandchildren would love this. And they live pretty close by, so she asked how long we'd be there for. We said probably 10 minutes, and she said, 30 minutes? And we said, okay. And then we waited for 30 minutes while she went to go get her grandkids.
Yeah, of course. Come on over.
They did indeed love the Cybertruck.
What do you think? You like it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah? Cool.
We went all around it. They asked a ton of questions. Their grandmother kept telling them to wave at the camera.
So the back is a truck. It's got a truck bed in the back. Oh, a gaming room. That's a good idea.
I think this kid must watch a lot of Brent Rivera or something, because when he saw the back of the truck, he was like, oh my god, it's so big. You could fit a secret gaming room back here. And then when he saw the frunk, he was like, oh, this is too small. You could not fit a secret gaming room up here. It's like he only thought in terms of secret gaming rooms. It was insane.
When I'm 16,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna buy a
Oh, good idea. I like it. That'll be a good first car, huh?
Smile. 1, 2, 3. And with that, my time with the Cybertruck had come to an end. It was time to bring it back to the person I rented it from. And wait, what is that? What's going on with those podcast recommendations? And you know what? The music recommendations too. Who owns this car? All right, that's it. I'm pissing on this thing. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join. And then drop it. Okay. There was a person walking by while I was doing that. What do you think she thought? What sense could that possibly make to the average person? Maybe she knew what I was up to. She did look kind of older. Maybe she has a husband that does this kind of thing. All right, well, I'm happy with that. Also, I want to go home. Great. Now that all of the TikToks have been recorded, edited, and posted, let's see how people responded to them. We're gonna go from the least viewed video to the most viewed video, starting off with Addison Rae's dad. So this is the first video that I posted, and it is by far the least liked out of any of the TikToks. It has 45,000 likes. I think people were just confused. Nobody really got the reference. The general consensus amongst the audience is that I'm going insane. The second most liked comment is, "Nurse, he's out again? Is everything okay at home, Danny?" Okay, I was doing these TikToks to make myself seem like a really cool, awesome dad, and kind of feel like it's not working based on that comment. Oh my god, he's lost it. What is he planning? Or is he just having fun on TikTok? All right, he's either planning a video where this is some kind of satire, or he's actually just having some fun, challenging Jake Paul to a fight, begging him to meet up, and sharing some funny videos. Maybe this is just who Danny is now. Okay, next up was the Shaq TikTok. Lots of people praising my very calm demeanor in this picture. You look so comfy and at ease. You don't look terrified for your life at all. Looks like they were really nice. And then one kind of eerie comment. "Please don't die, I love your content." Do they know something that I don't know? I look closer and this was posted by my doctor. Oh no, he's actually been commenting a lot on here. He says, "The test results just came back. It's not looking good. Love your content though. Also, was Ice Spice cool?" Just feel like there's better ways he could have contacted me. Someone said, "Is this real?" And then someone commented under it, "No, it's AI. Look at Ice Spice and Taylor's eyes, or the guy on the right, his hands, or the sunglasses just floating on his shirt." So I guess he's talking about this guy, saying, "No, it's clearly AI. Just look at this dude." Which, is kind of fucked up, because it's not AI. That's just a real guy. Everything in the image is real except me. And even I am real. I'm a real person. I just wasn't in that picture. It's kind of interesting as AI has gotten more popular how whenever anything is fake now, all of the comments are AI. It used to be whenever something was fake, all of the comments were Photoshop. Even if it was a video, it would always be attributed to Photoshop, and now it's AI. Even in this case, when it was actually Photoshop, the accusation that gets thrown out is AI. It's just kind of something interesting I noticed. After I posted that TikTok, I was starting to get a little bit worried. I started this video with hopes of becoming the coolest TikTok dad on the platform before it got deleted. And based on these comments, I was beginning to worry that being a good dad didn't have anything to do with TikToks or Ice Spice. But don't worry, the comments on this UFO video fixed all of that. "Thank you, Danny," we all say in unison. "A modern Shakespeare brought tears to my eyes. I saw this on the news, so heartbreaking. Thank you for saving our children, Danny." Wow, this gave me chills. The things we'll do to protect our children. I mean, I don't exactly know what you did in this video, but thank you for doing it. You definitely did something to protect our children, I think. I would unironically watch this as a movie. Yeah, this TikTok was good, but I just wish it took 2 hours. "Oh, Danny, where do I even begin? You are the light to my world. You are the sunshine, Danny, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Can't talk, saving the world." All right, second place, the silver medal of dad TikToks goes to the Scooter in the Woods TikTok. Raking in a whopping 1.1 million views, 295,000 likes. People are really vibing with oversharing strange location dad. One fun thing about posting all of these videos is seeing people comment trying to guess what the video I'm working on might be about based on all of these seemingly unrelated TikToks. None of them have anything to do with each other, so people's guesses were all over the place. But the most common guess, and the one that had the most likes on this particular post was, I'm guessing posting these videos are him doing AI prompts and seeing which ones go the most viral. Which I think, in a way, goes to show how far AI has come, where I'm replicating real videos that people have made, albeit adding my own little comic twist to them, and people assume that they were generated by an AI. It either goes to show how good AI is, or how bad I am. Either one. Someone said, too creeped out by Danny's facial expressions to even read the words. That's right, baby, that's my whole plan. I creep you out so much with my facial expressions that you don't even get a chance to notice I just admitted to burying someone in the woods. And finally, my most popular TikTok with 1.6 million views, POV Dad. With such praise as, this has to be for a video, and Danny, this is brain rot. You know, as a father, it's really important to me to have a positive impact on the minds of the next generation, so it means a lot to me that you would say that. Wonder what the new video is gonna be. What, a guy can't just fantasize about his imaginary daughter getting mugged and then his ragtag family coming to her rescue without people getting suspicious? I think that really says something about society today, and as soon as I figure out what it says, I'm gonna be pissed. Look, at the end of the day, we can laugh and giggle at all of these TikToks, but I think it's important what I learned from all of this, which is nothing. But you know what? I love being a dad. It is the best part of my life. I love it so much. And being a dad is an important job. And if you're a dad and you're working hard to give your kids a good life, there's nothing wrong with getting online every once in a while and posting a silly video or two. Sometimes you just gotta post on TikTok to take the edge off, baby. So here's to all the dads out there. I will toast my Dr. Pepper Zero to you. Clink! Alright, well thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of Please Stop Trying to Give Birth at Disneyland. Please. Did you guys know about this? I just found out this is a thing. Women are trying to give birth at Disneyland in order to get a free lifetime pass. Don't do that. As I'm sure you guys are aware, because Disney is such a huge company with so many adoring fans and you know, people love going to Disneyland, there are a ton of like urban legends and lore surrounding the Disney parks. You guys may have heard of some of the more outlandish ones, like there's one that like Walt Disney's head is like frozen and buried somewhere at Disneyland or something, or like it's like Buzz Lightyear's head on the Toy Story ride or something like that. But today I wanted to sort of dive into some of the urban legends surrounding the Disney parks. Mostly the strange things that Disney adults do at the Disney parks. Although some of these things are so weird that I hesitate to call these people Disney adults, some of these things are a little extreme. Kind of feel like I should call them something else. These people are like Disney extremists or something, I don't know. The first one, like I said, women flock to Disneyland to give birth and get a lifetime free ticket, which is such a bad idea on its face. Like, please give birth in a hospital, give birth where there are like medical professionals around and not like a chipmunk. And the worst part of it is obviously this perk is an urban myth and does not exist. This is not a real thing. Laboring women have shown up at Disneyland in the hope that their bub will be born there and get a lifetime free ticket. But guess what? That perk is an urban myth and does not exist. Important to note, this article is Australian. That's why they're calling the baby bub. They're talking about a baby there. They're not talking about like a bottle of champagne or something. I'm going to Disneyland and giving birth to that bubbly dude, which is also what I call having a fart. I just gave birth to a bubbly. As a veteran of the pregnancy game, I know for sure that the journey to motherhood, okay, that's a weird way to say I've given birth before, or just that I am a mom. As a veteran to the pregnancy game. So you have kids, right? Me? Yep, yeah, that's right. I've done 3 tours of pregnancy. I've seen shit you cannot imagine. The pain, the screaming. Yeah, I've heard childbirth can be pretty tough. The innocent lives lost. Oh. What? The airstrikes. So many civilian casualties. Are we still talking about giving birth? Yes. Laboring women are racing to Disneyland's gates in hopes that if their baby is born there, they will secure their child a lifetime pass. Okay, so the article goes on to describe that there are people that have given birth at Disneyland before, and people have tried to replicate it and give birth at Disneyland, and they've gotten caught, and it hasn't gone well. I do feel like the article is over-exaggerating, though, saying that laboring women are racing to Disneyland's gates. Like, pregnant women have, like, the baby already coming out and they're shoving it back in, like running into Disneyland. There's just like a crowd of angry mothers-to-be banging on the gates in front of Disneyland. Let us in! We must release our spawn! Like making a break to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride to do a water birth. I just feel like they're exaggerating a little bit. I don't know if I would characterize it quite like that. So you're probably wondering how this rumor started. Like, did Disney ever at one point give a lifetime pass to someone whose baby was born at Disneyland? Well, I will let this TikTok explain that.
Today in Disney history, the very
first Disneyland baby was born. Rosa Salcedo gave birth to a 6-pound, 10-ounce baby girl on a bench on Main Street, USA, right outside of the Plaza Inn. Can you imagine visiting Disneyland as a family of 2 and coming out as a family of 3?
Yeah, I can actually. But not because I'm gonna give birth. I'm gonna kidnap Donald Duck. You're my child now, Donald. The perfect happy family of 3. Husband, wife, and my uncle Donald Duck, who I've been holding at gunpoint for the past 16 years.
There have been 4 babies born at Disneyland, and all of them have been girls, but only one has their own Disneyland birth certificate.
So that might not have sounded significant, but that's actually how the rumor started. The first baby that was born there, Teresa, got a birth certificate that was just like a Disney birth certificate that says like, this is the first baby to ever be born at Disneyland. And I guess like word got out that this baby got some kind of special certificate, and then people just started assuming like, oh, that's a lifetime pass. That baby got a lifetime pass. And from that moment on, has just been a rumor that if you give birth at Disneyland, your baby gets a lifetime free pass. So honestly, if you're like that big of a Disney fan and you do this, you don't even get a lifetime pass. You still have to pay to go to Disneyland. It's just your baby that gets in for free. And I kind of feel like babies get in for free to Disneyland anyway. Is that true? Children under the age of 3 get in free to all 4 theme parks and 2 water parks at Disney World. There you go. You want your kid to get in free to Disneyland? A better conspiracy would be just pretend they're 3 years old for their entire life. That shit could actually work. The article goes on to talk about a time where someone has tried to sneak in to give birth at Disneyland, and they hid in the bathroom while going into labor until I guess employees had to like assure her that her baby would not be getting a lifetime pass, and then she was like, oh, okay, fine, then I'll just go to the hospital. Once they assured her that she would not be receiving a lifetime passport, she came out and accepted the ambulance ride to Western Medical Center, where her baby was born shortly thereafter. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of sounds like she failed the test. If you know anything about Disneyland, you know how well the cast members there, all of the employees, all the staff, all the people in costumes are trained to like respond to every circumstance. It sounds like you just entered the giving birth at Disneyland experience, and honestly, you didn't make it to the end where you get the prize. It also says that this discussion board, The Laughing Place, has some hilarious forum chats about this topic. So I guess other people have been like sharing stories about this happening on this forum, but when I clicked on it, it turns out that it doesn't exist anymore, which kind of sucks because I wanted to find out more times that this has happened, but honestly, it is probably for the best. Kind of sounds like they were talking about some pretty sick shit in there. You think you're gonna go to a Disney forum and see people talking about like, my favorite movie's Coco, but instead you see people talking about like, I'm gonna give birth inside of Pluto's house. I'm gonna go to Disneyland and get fucked by Goofy, and then Goofy's gonna be the father of my child, and I'm gonna give birth on It's a Small World. And I'm gonna make Elmer Fudd cut the umbilical cord. Is Elmer Fudd a Disney character? I actually don't think he is. But he's gonna be there anyway. And then me and my freak mutant, half goofy, half human child will both get lifetime passes. Free pass for life for my little freak. Passes or not, being born in Disneyland is a pretty cool claim. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. The way this is written, it kind of makes it sound like, so you might not get a free pass, but I don't know, it's worth a shot. You might want to do it anyway, just for shits. I've actually found a little bit of discussion about this on TikTok as well.
Quick question, what's stopping me from giving birth in Disney World? Like in the Magic Kingdom, on a ride, in the Epcot ball?
I think this TikTok in particular is a joke, but the comments under this TikTok are actually very interesting. I went into labor at Disney. They were not cool about it. And people like responded asking her to elaborate, and she goes on to detail her experience going into labor at Disney. And from her experience, it kind of sounds like the second anybody starts going into labor at Disney now because of this conspiracy, the entire staff immediately flips and like makes it their top priority to get you out of the park and like to a hospital to give birth. And I guess that sometimes they can be so rushed trying to get you out of the park that it comes off as rude, but obviously they're just like concerned for your health. They also don't want this rumor escalating of like people giving birth getting a free pass. And also it's just like people in sweaty mascot costumes trying to not deliver a baby because that's not their job. So sometimes I guess it comes off as rude. But the funny thing is, from this woman's entire explanation, it sounds like she didn't even know that this urban legend was a thing. So in her head, I guess she just like broke some unspoken rule at Disneyland that she had no idea about and made the entire staff of the happiest place on earth turn on her in an instant, which is so funny to me. Hello there, what can I get for you? Yeah, can I just get a medium root beer, please? Oh, great. Oh, great, another guy here to put his balls in the root beer. What? Hey everybody, this guy right here is about to pull out his big fat balls in front of everyone, in front of a bunch of children, and put his balls in a glass of root beer. Why would I do that? Don't play dumb. I'm not playing dumb. I am dumb in this situation. You've clearly heard that if you put your stupid fat balls... Why do you keep calling them fat? In the root beer at Disneyland, you get to spend the night with Minnie Mouse. Oh, what the fuck? No, I just wanted some root beer. Is that true? No, it's an urban legend. But no matter how many times we tell people it's not true, we still get perverts like you coming to Disneyland, ordering root beer just so they can put their stupid, don't call them fat balls in it. Oh, come on, man, don't cry.
I already am.
Why do you still sell root beer if this keeps happening? Because if you shit in the root beer, you actually do get a free fast pass for Space Mountain. Okay, I don't want to put my balls in root beer, and I definitely don't want to shit in the root beer, okay? I legitimately just want to drink some root beer. Oh. Sorry, my bad, man. I didn't know. Okay, well, that's literally what I asked for, so... Here you go. Ah, what the fuck is that? It's Walt Disney's head. You said the secret code, so here's his head. No, root beer. What? I wanted root beer. I wanted to drink root beer. So no head? No. Overall, pretty disappointing that anyone actually believed this in the first place. In what world would Disney want to foster an environment where mothers are coming into their park, their theme park, to try to give birth? Especially if they're not like billing it back to the person that gave birth and being like, okay, here's your hospital bill, and because it's Disney, it was $1 million. Now, by now, it should be no surprise to you that there are some people in this world that want to spend every waking moment of their lives at Disneyland, especially their most precious moments in life, which is why you can also get married at Disneyland.
Let's take a look at some of the craziest places you can get married at Disney World. Starting at $12,000, you can get married at the Haunted Mansion in Disney World.
But just like expecting mothers trying to sneak into the bathroom to pop out a quick person. Couples are of course also trying to cheat the system and avoid paying to have their wedding at Disney. So they'll just like sneak in with like themselves, maybe a couple family members and an officiant, and just like have the wedding in like a somewhat secluded area of the park. Here we have an article that details a San Diego couple sharing their secret Disneyland wedding story. Not many people can say they secretly got married in Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle. 2 years ago, Gabriel and Andrea had been saving up for their dream wedding at Disneyland. However, when they began looking for wedding options at the park, the couple said that the cheapest option was $12,000. Instead, they decided to spend their life savings on a house. Great move, honestly. No complaints so far. That's a very wise choice. So Gabriel and Andrea decided to have a secret wedding at Disneyland. The couple gathered Gabriel's oldest daughter, an ordained minister, a witness, and packed their bags, heading for Disneyland for what they called a guerrilla-style wedding. Now, I don't know much about weddings. I've only had one, but I do know that you don't generally want to have them guerrilla-style. Like when we were planning our wedding, that word almost never came up, I don't think. Just imagining them describing their wedding afterwards, like, yeah, it was so romantic. We hid in the bushes for 8 hours in the hot Florida sun wearing camo paint, waiting for the crowds to die down. You know, just sort of waiting out the crowds and the gunshots, the airstrikes. Airstrikes? Then we popped out and I said I do. Happiest day of my life. Here's my favorite picture of the big day. Now buckle up, because this next urban legend is about to get nasty. Quite literally, this is disgusting. Like I said, the most devoted Disney fans would probably spend forever at Disney if they could, but maybe they can. For years and years, the Haunted Mansion has been the home to an endless supply of Disney myths and legends. But the attraction's most prevalent and persistent rumor is that guests regularly spread the remains of their friends and family inside the ride. This can't be true though, right? It is 100% true. Yes, that is right, and I don't want to bash anybody's final wishes. I know that that's a very personal thing, but spreading human remains in a public place that people are like walking around and touching? Please don't do that. Or you know what, I should say, you know, because I feel bad for people who are just trying to honor their dead relatives' wishes or whatever. If you're alive still and you're watching this video and that's gonna be in your will, please take it out. Don't make people do that on your behalf. Honestly, I am a little relieved that people are sticking to like spreading ashes at least, because there are a lot of different ways to dispose of a body. It was actually my grandpa's greatest wish to be laid to rest at Disney. Oh, that's sweet. You're gonna scatter his ashes around at the park? Not exactly. The Haunted Mansion probably has so much human ashes in it, it's not even funny, said one Disneyland custodian. Blah! That is the nastiest thing. Oh my God. Don't do that. Do not do that. Please.
People scatter their loved ones' ashes in the Disney parks monthly. Can you imagine just like being on a ride and the person next to you is dumping out ashes? Disney employees are literally aware of this too. They have to follow special protocols every time this happens. The custodians are used to identifying and vacuuming up these ashes.
I don't know why I was surprised to hear they vacuum them up. Of course they do. It's a literal human corpse, basically. Of course they get rid of it. The people who are like requesting this happen to their bodies must know this, right? They must know that some custodian that does not willingly work in like a morgue or something is going to have to take care of that. This sounds awful for everyone. If you're the custodian, you have to vacuum it up, but if you're the person that just lost someone you care about, you have to know that they're just gonna vacuum it up. They might even make you watch. They have you come identify all the places that you scattered the remains, and then they just like make eye contact with you while they're vacuuming it up. This is going in the garbage now. We're gonna throw this in the garbage now. Say bye-bye. So when you're laying them to rest in the happiest place on earth, you're actually condemning them to forever in the suckiest place in the world. Yes, that is a very funny joke.
And people will put them anywhere too. Like flower beds, bushes, the lawn at Magic Kingdom, outside the park gates.
Outside the park gates? They'll put this shit anywhere too, you know, outside the park gates, on the highway on the way home, the McDonald's across the street, Universal Studios, shit anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I feel so bad for the employees that have to deal with this, honestly. That would be so scary. Honestly, even as a patron, you know, I honestly like going to Disneyland every once in a while. I think it's pretty fun. But next time I go, I am going to be terrified that I'm like touching human remains at all times. Especially now knowing that they put them everywhere. I'm gonna be eating a turkey leg and wondering like, is this actually some guy's leg?
They're most frequently dispersed around the Haunted Mansion, which is kind of perfect if you ask me.
Okay, this girl's actually a little bit too into it. But now this whole ashes thing, which is not really an urban legend, is actually true, has actually spawned urban legends out of it, as you can see here.
Have you heard of the legend of the crying boy at the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland? The story goes a mother spread her son's ashes without permission from Disneyland, and you can see him crying as you're exiting the ride.
Spooky. I wonder why he's crying. Maybe because his ashes are in a vacuum. Maybe because he was a little boy and his mom spread his ashes in the scariest ride at Disneyland. The mom was like, yeah, my son used to love this ride. Every time we would get on it, he would be screaming and crying and shaking because he was so happy and excited. So I decided this is the perfect place for him to spend the rest of eternity. In a rundown castle of pure terror. It's what my darling little boy would have wanted. All in all, it seems to me that Disney, this giant corporation that owns like every media property known to man, has their grubby little fingers wrapped around people a little bit too tightly. It's like you already have every movie and TV show. Do you really need people like begging to spend their entire lives at your theme park also? But even still, with people spreading their loved ones' ashes at Disney, people trying to give birth at Disney just to get free tickets, Disney is still trying their best to immerse you in their parks as much as possible to make you never want to leave. Recently, Disney opened up the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, which is a Star Wars hotel and experience. I think it's like a 2 or 3 day long experience where you are like in this hotel. There's like a story that you have to follow about shit going on around you. It seems very immersive, and to a pretty big Star Wars fan, honestly, it sounds pretty cool. But it is also $5,000, and instead of windows, your room has a screen that just shows a video of outer space playing. So, you know, just keep that in mind that you might go insane while you're in this place. With no concept of night or day, you just have to adhere to the Star Wars pre-approved activities. There's like stormtroopers patrolling the halls at all times. It's kind of like they wanted to build a Star Wars hotel, but they built a prison instead. I read through some of the Google reviews for this hotel. It's only been open for a little bit, so there's not that much to go off of. And honestly, there are a lot of 5-star reviews of people who seemingly really enjoyed it. I did think that this review was really funny. This person gave it a 1 out of 5, and they said, thought the experience was fun, but not worth the price. There are too many missions to keep track of, and you are always missing something. It kind of seems like they got like too immersed in the story and like started to believe that they really needed to complete these missions. This sounds more like the review of a disgruntled employee that like works on a spaceship. There are too many fucking missions, man. There's too much shit to do. The hyperdrive is gonna fail, and I need to fix that, not to mention the First Order's breathing down my fucking neck, trying to get me to give away the location of my comrade. This place is fucking stressful. I think my favorite thing I've seen come out of this Star Wars hotel is this apparently now deleted ad for the experience that says strike unlikely alliances in your very own Star Wars story. Apparently when you come in, you can decide if you want to be like on the good side or the bad side. So this ad, holy shit, this place is metal, dude. This goes hard. It's crazy to me that you actually can choose to be on the side of like the evil intergalactic fascists, basically. You and your preteen daughter can don First Order uniforms and betray one of your favorite characters' trusts, Chewbacca, giving away his location and leading the First Order directly to him, who will take him away to be tortured and then eventually executed. It might be a little too immersive. It might be. We're gonna start hearing people come back and you're gonna be like, how was your trip? You went to the Star Wars hotel, right? And they'll be like, the guilt over my actions will haunt me forever. But I did what I had to do. It was honestly fucking sick. I loved it. And honestly, like, if someone offered to bring me there for free, would I go? Yes, I probably would. Yeah, honestly, I would like to go 100%. I would like to go. And as if living in an intergalactic prison day-to-day life is curated by Disney. Oh gosh. I feel like we have so much chemistry together. Me too. This has been great. This date was a lot of fun. I really haven't connected with anyone like this in a long time. Fantastic. How likely would you be to recommend this experience to a friend? What? On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate my performance? Performance? I thought you were just like genuinely interested in me, like romantically. Oh, perfect. So a 10 then? I really opened up to you. And you opened up to me. That's all just part of the story living experience. It's Disney magic. So that whole story you told me about how sad you were that you had to release your pet into the wild because it had grown to be wild. That was the plot of The Fox and the Hound. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Thank you for riding Disney's Love Connection. Please make sure you pick up all your belongings as you exit the ride.
Are you an animatronic?
Please do not try to fuck any of the animatronics.
Are you all animatronic?
Have a lovely day here at
Am I the only person that lives here? Anyway, that's the end of the video. It's time to talk about our sponsor. What's up? It's me, a hacker, and I'm so excited to steal your data because you don't have today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. You see, sending data over an unencrypted network is a lot like sending a postcard. There's no envelope to cover up your info and protect your sacred message. So any old creep with a little bit of basic computer knowledge and a little bit of free time can come along and check out all of your private information. I'm talking passwords, financial details, hell, emails. I'm gonna look at all of it. I'm doing it right now. Hey guys, I was just kidding. It's just me, Danny. Well, I wasn't kidding about most of it actually. Just the part about me being a hacker, but the rest of it is true. Oh, there's not enough light on my face now. Can I just sort of illuminate my face with this? Luckily, today's sponsor, ExpressVPN, is here to help. Because ExpressVPN encrypts all of your network data with their best-in-class encryption. It would literally take a hacker using a supercomputer billions of years to crack this encryption. ExpressVPN has the fastest speeds out there. They've got 24/7 customer support, and ExpressVPN is extremely easy to use. You can fire it up and get connected with just one click. I've got ExpressVPN on every device that can have it, just to have a little bit of extra peace of mind when I'm out and about, especially on public Wi-Fi. So if you want to find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free, then head on over to the link in the description. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you, ExpressVPN, so much for keeping us safe, but also sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. When you click on the link, it really helps to support my channel, so thank you for that. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my army here on YouTube. We are a ruthless army whose violence and terror knows no bounds. Please subscribe and turn on my notifications to join, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Drew?
Hey, Danny.
What the hell are you doing here?
I was gonna watch your video.
The one that I'm about to film?
Yeah, I watch all your videos.
Alright, well, I mean, do you want to come down here and be in it?
No, that's alright.
Okay, well, fine, that's okay. Too.
Okay, I'll do it.
What's up, Greg? Welcome back to my YouTube channel here on youtube.gov. I'm here today, as you can see, with a very special guest.
Can't wait to see who the special guest is. I'm just kidding, guys. Or Danny? Danny, the camera's over there. You don't want to look at the camera right there. No blinking. No blinking. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, I got a special guest here, Drew Gooden. Everybody say hi. And I had kind of a fun idea to film for a video today. Today, we are going to be speed running conspiracy theory rabbit holes.
I don't want to look at a rabbit's hole. Can we start the video over?
I don't want to look at a rabbit's hole. I want to look at a rabbit's dick.
Yeah. Well, I'll look at the hole if it's attached to the dick. Mm-hmm. But not any other. Are we washed?
Before Drew got here, I created a brand new Instagram account with no algorithm, and I also created a brand new YouTube account with no algorithm. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna type in a conspiracy theory into the search bar and see what reels Instagram gives us, see what videos YouTube gives us, and we're just gonna try to keep getting more and more crazy ones for that conspiracy until we reach maximum conspiracy, and then we'll be radicalized.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal today, is to get radicalized and kind of like have completely different beliefs after the video than we do right now.
So I think it'll be tough to know exactly when we've reached maximum conspiracy for each theory, but I'm thinking somewhere along the lines we'll feel like we're ready to assassinate a senator or something like that.
Yeah, usually at that point it's probably time to assassinate a senator.
That's usually how I know it's time to assassinate.
Yeah, once I want to.
Well, I guess the most basic conspiracy that we could start with is flat Earth.
To me, it's not even conspiracy theory. Because if the Earth wasn't flat, I'd fall over.
Not fall off, you'd fall over.
I'd fall over because of the slope. Have you ever tried to walk up a hill? And don't say that hills is proof that the Earth is curved.
No, every time I've walked up a hill, I fell over.
Exactly. So, what are we just going to search flat Earth or
flat Earth? I guess it's kind of telling what the
fittest flat earther. If someone has a conspiracy theory, I will only believe them if they're in really good shape.
All right, we're just gonna search flat Earth. I guess we could go through some of these pictures, but really what I'm looking for is an Instagram reel. I see the craziest stuff on Instagram. Are you yawning already?
I'm so bored.
33rd degree Freemasons, who are also Satanists, provided us with the glow model to deceive and mislead us.
Oh.
Yeah, so the round Earth is like a prank by the 33rd degree Freemasons who are also Satanists.
Yeah. I like the first comment. I'd love to learn more facts around this. People think I'm wacko for suggesting the Earth could be flat. You are. Can you downvote on here?
You're saying he harmed an animal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that comment pissed me off so much, I'm gonna go kick my dog.
Yeah, it's his fault. What is the photo?
These are all different ancient civilizations, how they thought the Earth looked, which is all flat.
Oh, so it's sort of like this many people can't be wrong kind of thing. Yeah, even though they are all wrong. What's going on with the Australian? If you live in Australia and you watch my YouTube videos, stop.
They probably watch them backwards too, because everything's upside down.
Yeah, toilet flushes the wrong way.
When you poop the toilet, it just comes out.
I am so tired of it. I make a mess every time. So this is interesting. So Mars is like a hexagon?
How can we view Mars and the other planets as mere balls of dust or gas? I'm gonna start saying that about my own balls. How can you see these as mere balls of dust and gas?
Instead of what they really are.
Balls of skin and cum. If gas on Earth isn't significantly affected by gravity, how is it possible that Jupiter, supposedly a massive ball of gas, has a gravitational force 2.5 times smaller than Earth? It's all a lie. Space is fake. All right, they had me until space is fake. I know space is real.
I know space is real.
That's where God lives.
That's where God lives.
Wait. Space is fake. But even in their own picture, they say this is Mars. They know that Mars is real.
Then where is Mars?
Australia, maybe?
Oh. So Australia's not flat then.
So maybe the Earth is shaped like this, and we're here, Australia's here, and that's where Mars is.
Oh. When did you learn how to do that accent?
I just freestyled it.
That's crazy.
Is that what they sound like there? That's hilarious.
Mars.
Well, where the frick are the reels? I thought they were gonna be... shit, I don't know how Instagram works. Where's the videos? Maybe now that I've searched it, it's gonna be my reels.
Just a quick cut to that.
Checkmate, round earthers.
If the Earth was round, I'd be falling over.
Let's go on YouTube. Yeah, maybe we should go on YouTube.
Yeah, I think the problem is that everyone's just so normal on Instagram. There aren't any like weird freaks. So I think we probably need to switch to YouTube because there's a lot more weird freaks on there. We would know.
We can speak. We can attest to that.
We can attest to that because there's at least 2 weird freaks on there with YouTube channels.
Our toes are interlocked right now. That's how weird we are.
Because if we let go, I'll fall down.
So we created this Instagram account or this YouTube account from scratch. The only thing that we've looked up on it so far is Drew looked up Justin Bieber slowed down 800 times.
It's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. And we also listened to Sneaker Night by Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, that was also my idea. So the results might be a little bit skewed towards Vanessa Hudgens' Sneaker Night. That's not like part of the conspiracy. That's my own mistake. I messed up.
But from here on out, we're not going to influence it anymore
In any way at all.
Okay, now I'll search flat Earth.
Okay.
That's how Vanessa Hudgens radicalizes people.
So hold on. Yeah, okay, even the YouTube search is biased against flat Earth. It doesn't even, like, we're trying to view it objectively, but it's like, oh, flat Earther debunked.
Yeah.
Flat Earthers funny moments.
Flat Earth Dave.
It's like, let me find out who Dave is.
All right, we're gonna search flat Earth. You know, do you ever do something and you think to yourself, like, I'm probably the first person to ever do this?
Oh, yeah.
I have to imagine we're the first people to ever search flat Earth from the Sneaker Night watch page.
Like, inspired by this song. That reminds me. I need to do my own research.
Oh, it's Phil from
Amazing Race.
All right, well, we gotta hear him out.
We gotta hear him out.
You'd think that with the beautiful photographs that we have of our round blue planet, it would convince any doubters.
Oh, he doesn't believe in the flat Earth either?
How did he get a job then?
And he's seen more of the Earth than most people because he does the Amazing Race, so you'd think he'd have some common sense.
You'd think so. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. He works for CBS. Look up CBS's logo. Look up CBS's logo.
What's up, Greg? Lately, I've been seeing a lot of discourse around alpha male podcasts on YouTube. I've seen a lot of really good commentary videos talking about these insanely misogynistic podcasts where the hosts, under the ruse of giving dating advice for men, will basically just insult women for an hour straight. Guys, here at the Fit Wolf podcast, we know that the dating game is tough these days, you know? Men don't know what women want and are finding it harder and harder to find a good girl to settle down with. So tip number one to finding a good girl is invent a time machine. Invent a time machine and go back to the 1750s, because that's the only way you're gonna find a decent woman. Because every woman nowadays is a thought. That's right. Every single Michelle out there that I used to date a month ago is a thought. They get mad at the dumbest things, like saying that women have no inherent value and their only purpose on this earth is to bear my children. And they forget to turn off location sharing even though they broke up with me a month ago. Michelle, I know you're over at my friend Brandon's house right now.
I'm outside.
But I think I might have found something that takes things one step further. I saw this video on Reddit the other day that's a trailer for something called The War Room. And instead of being a podcast for these like alpha male, misogynist, entrepreneur type guys, this is a club for those same types of guys.
After I joined the War Room, that was the year I made $100,000.
On the surface, this kind of just seems like a trailer for a club where you get to hang out with a bunch of bald guys and smoke cigars and talk about business and making money.
1 year ago, I did not even have a business. I didn't make money. Now I make 5 figures every month.
I didn't have a business. I didn't make money. I didn't even want to start a business before I was forced to join the War Room at gunpoint a year ago. But now, I have a business where I'm selling fitness products to all of my friends. And if I get them to sign up too, and their friends to sign up too, and their friends to sign up too, I could be making minimum wage. But if you watch a little bit longer and you look a little bit closer, there's more here than meets the eye. For example, quotes like these.
Making money is easy. You just take it from somebody.
Doesn't sound like making money. That just sounds like stealing.
In the War Room, you learn how to be James Bond, where you can just pick up any weapon and use it.
I'm sorry, I think I'm struggling to see the connection between business and knowing how to use any weapon. Is the War Room an actual militia? I was just assuming the war in War Room was just for branding because men like violence, but now I'm kind of scared. It keeps cutting back and forth to like shots of them shooting guns. I'm a little worried about making this video, honestly. Usually when I make commentary videos, the biggest thing I have to worry about is getting a copyright strike, but now I'm worried about getting a drone strike. A lot of times, like, the alpha male types will use metaphors like talking about how we're like wolves or like how love is like a war. So I assume this is like a metaphor, like business is like war and dating is like war. But the War Room is like war is like war. Get your gun, dude. We attack at dawn.
A lot of people had a bad time in college. I was not one of them. And I quitted a lot of that.
Did that guy just shoot fire out of his hands? What does that have to do with any of the skills you learn in this club? I didn't know anything about business before I joined the War Room, but I've been a member for 5 months and now I'm a wizard. How does being a wizard help you with business in any way? Does being magic help you organize your finances in some way? Who said anything about business? You did. That's what this club is about, isn't it? That's it. This interview's over. Okay, I'll stop.
Give me money now.
Definitely makes me want to join. You got dudes shooting guns, swimming, doing group exercises on a hilltop, watching other people gamble, smoking cigars. It kind of just seems like one super long bachelor party for men whose wives have already left them. And then at the end of the video, it gives you the URL to sign up. It says 54 countries, 1,000 members, and resist slavery. That's the last thing it says in the whole video. It says resist slavery, and then the video ends. And it's like, yeah, I will. I am. So I keep saying this club is about business because that's kind of what the trailer was implying. It's about like networking with all of these rich, influential people, making money, stealing it from people, using your magical powers to steal money from innocent civilians. But if you go to their website, there's not really any reference to business, which is confusing. And the description on their website says this: the War Room is a global network in which exemplars of individualism work to free the modern man from socially induced incarceration. Okay, but like, what do you guys do? Like, if I join, what do I get to do? I get you're gonna free me from socially induced incarceration, but what does freedom look like to you guys? Is it like, am I quitting my job to go to a cigar pool party? This package costs £4,000, and they have packages on their website that go up to £7,997. Do any of these guys not see the irony and being like, individualism rules, dude. Society is like jail. If you conform to society, that's like being in prison, basically. You're basically a slave at that point, while also being like, yeah, I paid $7,000 to join a club where everyone looks and dresses like me. I didn't want to be a stereotype, okay? So I joined a man club to smoke cigars and shoot guns. And that's sort of what makes me an individualist. It just feels like they're kind of playing the like, I'm not like other guys card. And I guess in some sense they're not like other guys because most guys can't bend the elements to their will like that one guy. But other than that, I mean, it's just like all the pictures are just guys hanging out in dimly lit clubs, doing military style drills. I don't know what's going on here. In case you're not sold yet and you haven't been convinced to join, let me read you a little bit more because the War Room's website uses like every cliche pickup artist tactic to try to get you to join this club. We got the classic negging. What can you bring to the War Room? Truthfully, very little. Probably nothing at all. You are not ready for the War Room. You will not revolutionize what we built. If you had the capabilities we required, you would already be inside. What? They think I can't bring anything to the War Room? They think I'm some kind of sucker who doesn't have my life in order and can't manage my money. I'll show them. I'm gonna take out a 4th mortgage on my home and I'm gonna join this club. We'll see how stupid they think I am then. They also use like the get it while you still can technique that's in like every as seen on TV commercial. This chance won't last forever. We will not hold this open for everyone. Soon, membership will close. The War Room members and their sons will remain the closed wielders of global influence into eternity. Holy shit, dude. They're closing submission soon? I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go. I'm not doing this for me, okay? I'm doing this for my son. I guess my son gets to be in the club too if I join. I gotta go. Now, I don't have any way to look and see how long it said this on the website, but if I had to guess, I would guess that it's been on there as long as this website has existed. Why would they close submissions? How does that make any sense? Do they want to stop making money? The founder of this club is like, whoa, I'm too rich, all right? That's one thing we teach in the War Room is you can't have too much money. I mean, if this is like a militia, do they have enough soldiers? Is that why they're closing? Soon, 1,000 bald men wearing tightly fitting t-shirts will be storming the beaches. We can't wait around for you forever. So you might be wondering who the head of this club is, right? It must be someone like very rich and influential if he's expecting to get people to join just based on like the connections that you can get from the club, right? Well, this is where things get a lot more creepy. And also not monetizable. This is the part that is the reason this video probably doesn't have ads on it. My name is Andrew Tate. I'm a retired 4-time world champion kickboxer who is now a multi-millionaire, and I'm the most competent person on the entire planet to teach you about male-female interactions. How did I become rich? Webcam. Definitely gonna need him to elaborate on that a little bit. That's so vague. Mr. Bezos, please. You're the richest person in the world. Do you have any advice to young up-and-coming entrepreneurs on how to start a business and how to get rich like you? Book. Huh? Book. Need I say more? Yes, please say more. We literally have no idea what you're talking about. So you're probably thinking like, did this guy invent webcams or something? Is he like famous on Twitch or something? Is this Sapnap? I don't know. I've been running a webcam studio for nearly a decade. I've had over 75 girls work for me, and my business model is different than 99% of webcam studio owners. If you had to guess whether it's different because it's more creepy or less creepy than other webcam studios, what would you guess? Go ahead and vote down in the comments below, guys. Do you think this is gonna be creepy or no? Over 50% of my employees were actually my girlfriend at the time, and of all my girlfriends, none were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. My job was to get women to fall in love with me. Literally, that was my job. My job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, test if she's quality, get her to fall in love with me to where she'd do anything I say. Holy shit, this is insane. And then he gets them to join his webcam empire where he gets them to do, you know, he gets them to get nasty on camera. I'm not a lawyer, but does this not... Does this not feel illegal? At the very least, this seems like insanely creepy. This feels abusive. It feels like he's just confessing to crimes. That's why I want you to join the war room, all right? You're gonna learn about making money, picking up women. You're gonna form a militia to protect me from an international tribunal for my many crimes that break international law. For legal reasons, that was a joke, okay? I don't know if this is legal or not. So I guess what he meant when he just said the word webcam was that he's exploiting a ton of women online for his own personal gain. In hindsight, it seems so obvious. How did I not guess that? Let's watch another promotional video for the War Room. This is on Andrew Tate's YouTube channel, and it's called The Matrix Predicted the Great Reset Explained. Basically, it's a video where this guy compares his life to the Matrix.
We are living inside of the Matrix, and I am Morpheus. I know you're sitting thinking, why did Tate not decide he was Neo? Because Tate has all the Aikido and the masterful, nearly superhuman abilities.
Yeah, I used to be a kickboxer, so I'm basically in the Matrix. Actually, the reason I take the War Room guys to the gun range so much is so they can shoot at me and I can dodge the bullets like Neo. It's like, okay, dude, if anyone here has superpowers in the War Room, we know who it is. And it is not you.
Now, when I say we're living inside the Matrix, I'm not stating that with irony or as a joke. We are genuinely, actually living inside of the Matrix. The Matrix is real.
Yeah, something tells me that even though he keeps saying literally, and this is not a metaphor, that it is a metaphor. Something tells me he's not literally saying that we're living in a computer simulation that's controlled by, like, aliens or whatever the Matrix is about. I actually haven't seen the Matrix. I think that's what it's about. Something tells me that's not the point that this guy is making, even though he keeps saying literally. In the description of this video, it says, stage 1 fighting against the Matrix is to become rich. Learn how here. I'm sorry, that's the first step? You know it's gonna be an unhelpful article when step 1 is become rich? Like, step 1 is something that takes years, and some people will never do it. Also, again, I haven't seen The Matrix, but I'm fairly certain that was not the first step in breaking out. I don't think Morpheus was like, listen, machines are trapping humans and using them as batteries in their simulation, and the only way we can break out is by setting up a dropshipping business and investing in Ethereum. Ethereum's actually great because you can verify smart contracts. It's actually the best crypto out there. Imagine if this dude is right and we really are living in the Matrix. Like, what does being free look like? Oh my God. I did it. I'm free. I made it out. All right. Hey guys, we got another one. All right. Welcome to the club, buddy. Hell yeah. Congratulations, man. Yep. You finally made it out of the simulation. Wow. Thank you guys so much. Where's everybody else at? What do you mean everybody else? Yeah, the only other person here is my girlfriend who I'm scamming. Or I mean dating. Yeah, but I mean like in the whole world. Like there's gotta be more than just you guys in the real world, right? What the fuck? You don't like us? No, it's not like that. I mean, sorry. I was picturing there being more than just like 3 normal guys in a room when I exited the Matrix. Normal? What the hell, man? Yeah, we're not normal. We shoot guns and make money out here. Yeah, we're big into making cash out here, man. Did they do that in the Matrix? They actually do, yeah. Not the way we do it. Okay, how do you do it? Hey, you're stealing my shit! Okay, I'm just saying, all things considered, you guys don't really seem that different. Honestly, if anything, this seems more like a simulation than the world I was just in. How so? Look at you guys. You're all holding guns. All you do is talk about business. You guys are like NPCs from GTA. You all look like slight variations of the same sim. Are you guys sure this isn't a video game? All right, man, as if I'm gonna take advice from a beta-ass bitch like you anyway. I'm just saying. Okay, that was actually sick. You guys should have led with that. How was that not the first thing you guys wanted to show me? You know what, man? Get out of here. You don't belong here anyway. Yeah! What? Go! Get out of here! We don't want you! Yeah. Okay, alright, I'll go. Honestly, I'm actually not really sure how to get back, but if one of you show me, I will go. Get the fuck out of here, man! Go, get lost! Go! Son of a gun. What are you still doing? Get out of here! Go! I feel like this is definitely a video game.
how can I keep my husband? I want to keep him happy. And I think all the women listening to, they want to know the secret.
I'll tell you the secrets. Men are biologically designed. We're evolutionarily hardwired to seek status. You want power, you want status, you want the fast car. You don't care about the car. You want everyone to know you have the car and they can't have the car. If everyone had a Lambo, you wouldn't want a Lambo. So every single thing we do is status driven to some degree.
It's true.
Meaning the female we are with has to add status to our lives in some form. If you want to keep your man happy, you need to think, how do I make my man look better to the world? How do I make him look better in front of other men?
What a bizarre take, dude. How to be a good woman? Make your man look good to other men. You basically need to be a wingman for your husband to pick up dudes. I hate arguments like this so much. Alpha dudes are always trying to bring up like what men are hardwired to do. What have men been evolutionarily designed to do? Here he's saying that like men are hardwired to seek status. Men want a Lamborghini. You know how every men want a Lamborghini because it's a status symbol. Even if it worked out that like evolutionarily that's something that is in men's nature, that doesn't make it good. You know what else is in our nature? Thinking sugar tastes really good. If you didn't tell someone that sugar was bad for you, they would think like, oh my god, this is the best thing in the world because it tastes really good. If you put 10 pounds of candy in front of a caveman, he would eat all of it and then he would throw up. And then he would die, probably, because he's never eaten that much sugar before. But hey, I guess that's just kind of what he was hardwired to do. So if you want to be a good cave wife, you got to go out there and you got to get your man as much candy as you can find. You want to go to the store and buy him one of those lollipops that's as big as his head that he always wanted when he was a kid, but his mom would never let him have. And that's the only way to keep men happy, all right? These alpha male type guys are always trying to sound like scientific. Like this is the science-backed way to attract a mate. And this is the evolutionary way that relationships are supposed to be. But I feel like if they were being honest, they would recognize that there's a difference between what humans like naturally are inclined to do and what is healthy and what is sustainable. You know what else increases your status? Murder. Can't be anyone higher up on the hierarchy if they're all dead, right? It's weird. I don't see any of them advocating that, but it's the same primal instinct that they're talking about, so why don't they? To prove what a sick and cool lifestyle this guy has, here is a video that he posted on Christmas while apparently alone in a hotel room.
Merry Christmas. I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about me. They look at me and they go, you hear about that Tate guy, you know, he's a 4-time kickboxing world champion, he's tall, he's strong, he's smart. He's fucking gorgeous.
That's the wrong idea? People have the wrong idea about me. He's smart, he's rich, he's tall, he's funny. When in actuality, I am short, rude, and poor. Anyway, yeah, that's the war room. I feel like this video took a lot of twists and turns, but as I kept clicking on different links on this dude's website, I just kept getting more and more shocked at what I was finding. So hopefully this was an entertaining video. I was considering purchasing like a war room membership as part of a follow-up video, but I honestly do not feel good about putting any money in this guy's pockets. I'm honestly a little bit worried that if I paid this guy 7,000 pounds, it would go towards like more guns or like a prison cell for his employees. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and now it's time to talk about our sponsor. Guys, you know what you're probably not gonna get if you spend $5,000 to hang out with the guys from the war room? Delicious home-cooked meals, which is why I thoroughly believe that today's sponsor, HelloFresh, is a much better investment than the War Room. HelloFresh has been a longtime sponsor of the channel, and I love their service. Every week, they send you 3 delicious meals that you get to cook at home with all of the ingredients pre-portioned, so you can skip all of the prepping and planning and going to the grocery store that, if you're like me, stresses you out about dinner time. HelloFresh is equipped to be able to serve a bunch of different lifestyles. With fit and wholesome recipes and low calories or carbs, you can indulge in delicious meals without having to worry about breaking your diet. My favorite things about HelloFresh are that 1, I only know how to cook a handful of things, and HelloFresh has a huge variety of recipes. Like every week you get to choose from something different. And 2, they're a super sustainable option. The packaging that they send you your food in is already recycled content, and HelloFresh cuts down on your food waste by 25% over grocery shopping. Cooking with HelloFresh is fun and honestly super easy. Anybody can follow the instructions and it'll kind of make you feel like a chef. So if you want to check out HelloFresh, then go to HelloFresh.com and use my code TrulyGreg16 to get 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. I don't know what the surprise gifts are, but if it's anything like their food, I'd say it's worth it. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for supporting my channel by checking out HelloFresh. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. What's up, Greg? You know, I feel like it's been a while since I found something real weird on TikTok. Like something so strange that I truly cannot wrap my head around it, but I've done it. It's two twins on TikTok, which is not uncommon for twins to blow up on TikTok, but these twins are different because these twins are in love. Aww, that's so cute. With each other. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. We're watching these guys today. You guys have probably seen videos titled Siblings or Dating. How about Siblings Are Dating? This is truly one of the weirdest things I've seen on TikTok in a while, and like the more that I look into it, the more puzzling it gets. It's like there are layers and it gets deeper, and there were twists in here that I did not expect. These dudes run an account called Alisov Brothers. I believe they're Russian, and the vast majority of their TikToks is literally just them doing stuff like this. I mean, like, being about to make out with each other, not dentistry. Most of their TikToks are not about being dentists. Although they do have, like, a surprising amount. I feel like they have, like, 10 TikToks in this dentist chair. I don't know if they own a dentist business on the side. That is not clear to me. These dudes heard that self-care was important and took it so literally. This dude has his literal self cleaning his teeth and borderline making love to him. But this is, like, their thing. They have so many TikToks where it's like music playing and then at the end they just kind of like grab each other's faces and just like breathe into each other's faces. Oh, nice. Nice, dude, that's awesome. Has your brother ever been so right at math that you wanted to make out with him? I guess that's kind of the relatable angle they were going for here. Every video I watch, I feel like peels back another layer of their lives, revealing another even more confusing layer. Totally indifferent to getting married, to literally the biggest day of your life, just so nonchalant. He became very nonchalant on his wedding day. And then at the end they hug? Seems like this is like the one time in most people's lives it's like the most acceptable to kiss in public would be on your wedding day. Or like suck each other's souls out or whatever they do in all their other videos. The old Machine Gun Kelly. But why are they so indifferent to their wedding? I know it's a fake wedding, but like, come on, dude. Act a little bit enthusiastic. You're getting married. To your brother. Actually, maybe it is kind of baller. Maybe it is kind of cool. It's the ultimate baller move to do literally the most insane shit ever, like marry your twin brother and not give a fuck about it at all. Just another day getting married to my twin brother. Nothing weird going on here. Just gonna give him a hug. We're getting married in front of a castle. This is our castle, by the way. We are Russian royalty, as a matter of fact. Is this like a wedding venue or is this their castle? Are these guys Russian royalty? I've heard that royal families can be pretty inbred, so honestly, I would believe it. I think that marrying your twin brother is literally keeping your genes as pure as humanly possible. If they could have a baby, it would just be them again.
Uh-oh. What? People.
Oh no, people.
Oh no, people are gonna see us almost kiss. No! Okay, thank you. I appreciate the modesty. I'm right here. Thank you for once looking at the camera and realizing what you're doing is insanely weird. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. This TikTok to me seems a little bit hard to swallow. I'm gonna call BS on the entire premise of this TikTok. As if these dudes are bashful or modest in the slightest. These dudes have a TikTok account with 2 million followers that is centered around these two brothers who want to have sex with each other all the time. I don't think that if they were gonna kiss and they saw someone watching, they would stop. They'd probably be like, oh yeah, come here. Oh shit, someone's watching us. Hell yeah, dude, let's traumatize this guy. Okay, so clearly whatever's going on here is just like for shock value to get views on TikTok. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that whatever this is, it's not like a real romantic relationship. It's just these two brothers who thought, hey, if we do this like weird shit, we can probably get really famous on TikTok. And I guess they have like 2 million followers, but like this video has 70,000 likes, which on TikTok is not that much. And some of their videos have like 7 or 8,000 likes, which I don't know about you, but to me, makes this a lot weirder. Like people will do weird shit for fame and millions of dollars all the time. You can't stop people from doing that. But for like 5,000 likes, you're gonna make the whole world think that you're in love with your brother for 5,000 likes? Is it worth it? It'd be funny if this is them just realizing that people can see all these TikToks. They're like, oh fuck, we've been posting these to a public audience? Oh, that is not good. I thought these were just for us. Cause mama, I'm in love with the... Yeah, man, I don't know, I just have a hard time believing that this would ever be the reason that you were outcast from society and had to run away together. These twins just robbed a bank and ostensibly murdered somebody, and somehow it's the most normal thing they've done so far. Imagine seeing this in real life and having